Clowney with the Brooklyn Nets blog.
Can you hear me? Oh man, it's getting tight right now, man. Is the song playing or not? All right, there you go.
Block party, clacks and double digits. Got the bar plays clicking, the whole block is with it. Left a lot on the table, now we coming to get it. The shook one's gone, we too Brooklyn strong. Can't stop, won't stop from the Brooklyn block. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, 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 B-R-O-O-K, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. Just give me the ball, I'm fitting the score next. My J is all net, me and Jay just all next. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. Can we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Miss you, watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. Spin between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to play like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the Nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as champs too. And when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. The stir that or Millie rock like a FanDuel. And that's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
Talk about this, Claxton. Oh my goodness, I'm tight. Clax, you could have played better tonight, man, in front of your daddy. Happy birthday to Mr. Claxton. That's Nick Claxton's father. He was there in attendance watching his son play. Clax had like 6 and 7 tonight. Could have did better. I said he could have did much better. But yeah, man, this was a tough watch, man. We didn't have the lead early in the game, late in the game. They put up 39 points in the first quarter. Shit was crazy, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all because I ain't gonna be here all night long. We could talk about the game. I'm glad Clowney back. I just wanted to say that. I like Clowney, man. Y'all could talk all of that stuff about all of the draft picks. We not using 6 draft picks, bro. We not gonna use all of those draft picks, bro. You got to keep some of these players. Clowney deserve minutes for next season, man. I like his game, bro. He played defense. He can stretch the floor. I like his game, man. I'm glad Clowney is back tonight. Yeah, I want to say Jordi Fernandez don't clown around. I seen John Morant tried to bug up, but Jordi Fernandez was looking at him like, man, fuck wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you think this is. You know what I mean? Brooklyn is different now, bro. So the coach ain't taking no BS. I like, you know what I mean? That'll dust up because it shows that, yo, you know, basically it looked like Jordi was telling the other coach, Taylor, like, yo, you see him acting up. Like, yo, you better, you know what I mean? Let him know, you know, I ain't supposed to be doing that. Better respect that. You know what I'm saying? So I like Jordi Fernandez bugging up. I like him kicking up dust. I like him being that way towards the referees. You know what I'm saying? I I like how he is, man. I like him as a coach. Nets fans is the best fans. We got
That-
Joey BK in the building. What up, Joey BK?
What up, baby? What up? What up? Pause. But what up though? How you doing tonight?
I'm good. I mean, it was a tough watch. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad Schroeder didn't get hurt. It looked
Yeah.
like it was a scare for a minute, but
Yes,
he did
sir.
come back in the game. DFS was going off, but his
Yeah, for
point seemed
sure.
like it didn't. His point seemed like it didn't impact
It didn't
winning,
matter.
man.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Um, one name, man, Odama bin Laden, man. This man is a Nets terrorist, bro. I mean, it's like I seen this dude miss like twice the whole night. I'm trying to be funny, but I'm talking about Odama.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He freaking killed us. I mean, Ja had a good game as well. But I mean, Ja is talented, man, but he's far too mouthy and disrespectful, bro. I get being competitive, but the shit he be doing, he be crossing the line, and it showed tonight. That interaction with Jordi was totally unacceptable, and Jordi just
And
like,
unnecessarily unwarranted too. Like I don't even know
yeah.
why he was on Jordy like
I
that.
mean,
That
it
was
wasn't like Jordi was mouthing off to him. Jordi looking at this dude like, what the hell wrong with him? Like he bugged out or something. Like Jordi, and then Jordi was looking for he did it in the first half, then he did it again. And Jordi was looking for his coach to like get him in line. Like, yo, you don't, like you say, like you don't see this dude, like he's out of pocket. Like, yo, get your player. You know what I
right.
mean? Like,
Right.
yeah.
How do you feel Jordy Fernandez handled that situation?
I think he handled it perfectly, bro. He handled it perfectly. He ain't falling to the bait with Ja. And you know what I mean? He spoke to the who he needed to speak to, and that was the officials and the coach. Because at the end of the day, him arguing with Ja ain't gonna do nothing but hurt him. You know what
It
I'm
was
saying?
like you get a tech, you get a
Yeah.
tech,
I
everybody
mean,
get a tech.
he looked like a coach, like arguing with a player. But anyway, but yeah, it was too many turnovers, man. A team like Memphis loves to push the pace and get out in transition. Those turnovers allowed them to do that. Like you said, DFS shot the ball well, man, but it don't seem like those points really impacted the game because it was like we was in such a big hole. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like every
Yeah.
time the Nets got like within 4 or 5 points, they'll pull off on us again. Because of the turnovers and because Memphis was just shooting the ball extremely well tonight, man. And they just seemed like they wanted it more. They circled this game specifically out on their calendar. They was not trying to get swept by us. And it is what it is. And I'm cool with the chippiness and the competitiveness, but like I said, again, the shit that Ja be doing, he be crossing the line. He's a fake tough guy. Talented player, but he's a fake tough guy. That's all I got.
Woo! Joey's shooting some shots. Eh.
John, what you thought about that situation with John Morant?
Listen, I think Ja took it a little personal. Let's remember, we beat him twice this season, which nobody thought we could do. So I think he was letting Jordy know, you're a strategist, but I'm an MVP. So I think it was some bragging rights there. You know, you're on my turf. But I think, Breezy, you called it right. Where was Claxton tonight? Where was Clax? I know they're best buddies, but that's your coach, Claxton. That ain't Ja's coach. So I thought Claxton was going to say something, be like, Ja, you know, we're here to play. You deal with me, not the coach. So I feel like
Right.
Claxton, he had a crappy performance tonight. I mean, there was no Zach Edey, right? It was just Jared Jackson Jr. 8
And
points in front
some
of,
dude named Hoffman or something like that.
yeah, like and he put 8 points in front of him. Like this could have been a huge game for Claxton. He was starting to build a little few performances, but what does he do? He goes back to what he does, which is not do much. So I feel like Claxton let himself down tonight, and he should have brought some fire because Ja brought the fire. Hell, Ja was doing backwards corkscrew shots. Like he was on another level in that second half of the game. He really was. But I just felt like the fire wasn't there with us tonight on the court. Off the court, there was some chippy moments, like you said, but on the court, didn't feel like we had fire tonight. And I just feel like this is a learning lesson for the team, as always. Like if you're going to play undisciplined basketball, these are results you're going to get. And I think Jordy, is going to let them know that you guys step up and we'll see what happens. But we're only 1 day away from December 15th, so anything can happen right now. So it's going to get very busy very soon. So at least we got to this moment.
Can you tell the chat the significance of December 15th and what that
Right.
what that means for the NBA?
Right. To anybody who doesn't know, December 15th is the day when most of the contracts that were signed in the offseason, like 80-something contracts, they all become trade eligible. So anybody that plays with the trade machine, most of your trades are probably going to go through now because players that were signed this summer are going to become available. So there's going to be a lot of movement. There was a trade tonight. Miami traded Thomas Bryant to the Pacers, who needed a backup center for some second-round picks. So they already just started it, but that deal can't be official till Sunday. So right after midnight tomorrow is when it could all start. So we got from what is it,
So
December 5th.
who did the Pacers get? Who did the Pacers get?
Pacers got Thomas Bryant. He was the backup center for the Miami Heat. They
Okay,
needed a backup.
all right. So who Miami get? Who they get?
They just got second round picks, but they did open up a roster spot. And I don't know if you heard, but that Jimmy Butler to Sun stuff. I know his agent got pissed at Shams. I think it's because he blew the plans up about what was going on there. It feels like the Suns of Miami might be orchestrating something.
Nice.
Bradley Beal, he didn't play tonight because he had knee swelling, but the coach, he said that it happened like between Thursday and Friday when the news broke out. So I'm wondering if there's something brewing there. So this could have been a precursor to a bigger deal going on with Miami and the Suns. So yeah, Breezy, like you said, once 7:15 comes on Sunday night, there's going to be a lot of movement going on. I think a lot quicker than people realize.
No, I look forward to it. I mean, it's all this anticipation, man. Please
Yeah.
do something. You know what I'm saying? But if you had to choose though, who you want to see stay? You want to see any of the vets stay, or you want to see them all go, John?
I'm fine if you guys want to keep Shake Milton. I think Milton's a good young vet for this team. He brings a spark and energy, and like you said, you're going to need energy guys during what's probably going to be a tough stretch of the second half of the season. So I don't mind keeping a guy like Shake. I think he keeps you competitive a little bit, and he gives the team a little energy. But Dennis, Doe, and Johnson, it's been fun, but it's business time, man. I don't know if you guys heard, but the Warriors are in a lot of contact with us right now. Apparently, they're considering wanting to get both Johnson and Dennis from us. So I don't know what type of trade package we'll get back, but it's definitely a combination of other trades that I've talked with some people about. So that's something to monitor.
Yeah.
Apparently, they really like Dennis and Johnson. So it'll be interesting to see what we can get back in hypothetical. I think the Warriors and the Nets, we make more sense for each other than the Warriors do with Jimmy Butler, because the Warriors, they have to make the money work. They have to send out a lot of depth pieces.
John,
Yeah,
can I
Joey?
ask you this though?
Mhm.
What assets do the Warriors have? Because when I always bring up trades with the Warriors, everybody say they don't really got no assets.
They do got assets. I think from 2025 to 2030, they got all the draft picks. They have
Okay.
expiring salaries, and Sean Mark's big thing that I've been hearing about is he wants expiring contracts, but he'll only take like contracts that have years on them if the draft capital is very good, but nobody's giving us lottery picks. So I think you hope that you could get some expiring salary from the Warriors and maybe 2 picks, which is not bad for us. Like expiring salary and 2 picks is kind of what you want to get because you want to have as much cap space as possible. But I don't know. You know what they could try to do? If they want Johnson and Dennis, maybe the Nets try to say, you know what, if we take Andrew Wiggins' contract from you, maybe they'll give us 3 picks potentially for Dennis and Johnson. I don't know yet, but that could be something if they're trying to get close to like an outbid deal. Like if the Warriors really wanted Johnson and Dennis, that's an outbid deal if they're willing to give up 3 picks. That would be like a 25, 27, and 29. Because you remember, you can't do consecutive. But if you do like one with a gap in each year, it kind of works. So imagine getting 3 firsts for Johnson and Dennis, and you have to take on Wiggins' contract, but it's worth it. If they want to give us 3 picks for Cam Johnson, I'll take his contract.
Wiggins' contract, is it expiring?
The trade.
No, he's got 2 years left on. But here's the fun thing: Jordi has shown he could turn bad contracts or players that are kind of on a downtrod into good players. So that actually could be a valuable contract for us. Let's remember, if you have Wiggins' contract a year or 2 down the line, if we want to make a move for a star, Wiggins' contract is a perfect trade tip for us. So I'm open to taking his contract.
So let me get this straight. Hold on. Let me get this straight. We good with Wig taking on Wiggins because of his contract, right? But we not good with taking on Kuminga because Kuminga is going to want to get paid.
That's what I was about to get to. The trade I saw like from the last few hours and shit was the Kuminga.
Kuminga.
Was Kuminga, like that? They said that any trade involving will most likely include Kuminga. So I want him. I know everybody else don't like Kuminga, but I think right now he averaging 15 points and not able to play how he
Well,
want
so
to play.
Greasy, everybody saying they don't want him because they saying he trying to get paid. Like I think
Hey yo,
That's
I
a
think
fact.
right.
Nah, that's
No,
what it.
no,
Yo, so
but
greasy. Oh, so greasy. That's
hold
what
on,
it is. I don't want to give him no max
hold
because he
on,
Golden
hold
State
on,
don't want to
hold
give it to
on,
him.
hold on, bro. So it was at a point last year when Kuminga was starting, he was averaging 20 plus. It was like the going towards the end of the season when they were trying to make the playoffs. He can give you numbers just like I look at it just like the Cam Thomas situation. He don't get the opportunities that he deserved because of those players over there. You put him over there with Cam Thomas, you pair him and Cam Thomas, and you go get a point guard like Dylan Harper or something. I think you got something, bro. Like I don't know. Like
yeah.
No, that's just a
I
hypothetical.
think
Because
you.
But
I
but
say
think you got
would you give him the would you
because you
give him a
got
max
enough money.
contract though?
You
So
got
greasy.
enough money. You got enough money to
heck
sign.
no.
You got enough money to sign him and Cam Thomas. So you
But
still go,
Kaminga want the max though. He want the max.
bro. He's worth one something, bro. He's not an ass player, bro. And that's
He's a third or fourth option though. Right now, he's not a primary or secondary. He's a good third or fourth option
he's
though.
never got the opportunity, just like Cam Thomas. He gets minutes.
Uh,
He gets benched weird times by the coach, all types of shit. He been wanted out. He
Yeah,
been
but
wanted.
no Breezy. But this is the problem. Why would the Warriors want to give up their best young asset for two quality role players? I just don't see the Warriors doing something like that. Like
What are you talking about?
you only
He's
give
on the
up Kuminga
last
if you want a
year.
star player.
Bro,
I
I
don't think they would
understand
do
your
that.
logic. I understand your logic in your head, but he's on the last year of his contract. If you go send Cam Johnson and you take the expiring contract from Milton, that's a trade right there. That's Cam Johnson's whole contract right there. Boom. That's a trade you could do, and you add a draft pick or something. That's a trade. That's a good trade to me, bro. A lot of people don't look
Okay.
you. And I'm only looking at it as the Nets got enough money to sign him and Cam Thomas. I think you can do that and still go in the draft with your draft picks
and
this
pick
year,
solid.
and you could go get a
What,
solid
what if
point.
what if you get what if we get a top 10 pick though? Don't you got to pay the top 10 pick big money?
You don't gotta pay them big money, bro. They're not getting. That's a rookie contract, bro.
Right, but the top 10 usually get paid more than
Bro,
everybody else.
if we gonna have
We
over
still could
60,
afford him. We could afford him
bro,
still,
if you're
Joe.
gonna have over 60 to 100 to 70, 80, 70 mil, 60 to 70 mil, bro, you could get those players and sign. That's your future right there. You got your shooting guard, your power forward, and you go get your point guard, and you
Wait.
got your center already in Clax, or you could go make other deals, bro. It's a lot of things you could do with that.
I mean,
It's a lot of ways you could go with that. I understand, like,
it's Clowney at the four. Like I saw that you're hypothetical. Like I played over my head. I'm like, wow, that's actually a decent starting five because it's guys all in their roles. But my worry is Kuminga and Thomas, if they gel very quickly, it could disrupt whoever plans you have for 2026. So is it worth the gamble to go in the
what are you
play-in next
talking
year
about?
and
You
maybe
trying to
shot at
tank
top 10?
again? Who's trying to tank again in 2026 if you got a good core?
Nah,
Yeah,
me.
but we also have our own pick though for 2026, and AJ
Oh
DeBonsa
well,
and
bro. The
Cambuza are
Warriors
available.
have
So
picks.
you got to weigh
The
that
war,
too.
bro. All these teams have picks,
Right,
but you
but
don't use
is
them picks
Kuminga
just,
better? Is
bro.
better though than those two potential draft picks for our future?
Nobody's
I'm
trying
not
to
sure
tank
yet.
2 years in a row, bro.
I mean, you are making sense, though. I mean, I know you saw the recent article, Brian Lewis. He said a source told him that Marks doesn't want a long rebuild, maybe a 1 year reset
Yeah,
if
just a 1
we did
year,
well
bro.
in this
That's it.
draft. But here's the thing, though. What are we going to do with that 26 pick then? Are we going to dangle it, go after somebody? Like, there's so many different routes now. If you get Kuminga, does that hurt your chance to get a star? Because I don't know if Marks wants to
Who's to
bank on
say?
Kuminga and Thomas together. Because that's not going to get you to a long
Nah,
championship
but
run. You need another piece.
you're not thinking about your point guard that you might draft or the player that you, bro. Regardless, this year the way it's looking to me, we're not making the playoffs, so
Right.
we're gonna be in that top 10 pick or that close to that top 5 to get a pick that we need. So if you could go get your point guard and you already got what people think Cam Thomas is, an all-star. Some people think that he's capable of being an all-star. You go get Kuminga, and he's already averaging 15 points, 15.6 points without even actually being like a main part of the offense, and you come let him play for Jordi like free, I think
So can
he,
can
I
can
think he'll
Kaminga play
flourish.
next to Clax though? What position Kaminga play? The 4 or the 5?
The
For
four,
small forward
he's
or power forward.
he played
So
both small
so
forward and power
Yeah,
forward.
okay,
yeah.
so he plays small 4 and power 4. Okay, we got a lot of wings on this team, and
And
then
bro, he's explosive, bro. Like we haven't had like
that
your
I mean,
we
it's
haven't
a
had explosive small forward and power. Imagine you could put
Mhm.
Clowney and Kaminga,
Hey, so
Cam
greasy.
Thomas. Oh my god, bro.
So
Kaminga's
greasy.
got to work on that
Hold on, real
defense,
quick.
though. That's a weak part of his
Hold on, real
game.
That's
quick.
defense right
So
there,
greasy,
bro.
so
That's a
greasy.
big team.
So greasy. I feel what you saying, bro. But even when I think of Kaminga, even if we do this, it still feel like a gamble. Like you gambling on him to do better, his potential and do better than what he's shown in Golden State. You're pretty much
I
gambling
can't
on him to
say
take a
that.
jump.
Yeah, no. You're gambling, but I'm looking at like his production, bro, and like it was times where he averaged 20 plus, and then certain players got healthy, and he started getting kicked back to the
Oh no.
bench. Bro,
Kaminga,
Kaminga,
I see Kaminga is good, but he's still a question mark in the league,
I,
bro.
I just don't see
You
us
know?
giving up two role players for their best young asset. But you know what it is? We might have to give up assets. What if the GM's like, oh, we'll give you Kaminga, but we need like 2 or 3 firsts from you? Like, I don't think they would just give him to us with, just by Johnson and Dennis alone. We might have to take back Wiggins' contract, Melton, and Kaminga, but with
there's
no
no
draft
need to get
assets.
Wiggins. There's no need to get Wiggins if
You
you add
sure?
him.
Because the
There's
contract
no need.
salary, I think
Yeah.
Johnson has
Hold,
22 and Dennis is
hold on,
13,
hold on.
so that's like
All right,
30
hold on,
mil or
hold
something.
on, hold on. One mic, y'all. Then we're gonna go to Ivan. But I want to hear John's idea of what we should do with this Golden State situation without no interruptions, and then I want to hear So Greasy. Then we'll let Ivan decide what he think about the matter, since you know what I mean. He just joined the panel, but y'all both
I
making
don't want
great points.
Kaminga, but y'all keep going.
Right. But y'all both making great points, but you're kind of over like it's one mic. So just let John go first, and then we're gonna go back to So Greasy. So what did you want the Brooklyn Nets to do, John? And then we're gonna go to So Greasy.
Well, I've looked at many different deals with some people. One deal that stands out to me that Marks has kind of said he wants, which I think would work for both sides, is they would give us D'Anthony Melton, Gary Payton, Kevon Looney, and 2 firsts for Cam Johnson and a Day'Ron Sharpe or Shake Milton. I think that's a perfect deal for us because it's expiring contracts. The 3 guys we get back are not long-term money at all. We
All right,
get
so
2 firsts for
All right,
Johnson.
when you say it's expiring contracts, tell the fans in the chat what are the expiring contracts, what players, and tell them the significance of an expiring contract.
Right. Well, D'Anthony Melton, he's making like 12 mil. Gary Payne's making 7, and Kevon Looney's making like 5 mil or something like that. So it's not long term money. And that money, like you said, goes towards the cap space we have. So it grows our cap space, gives us more optionality with whatever direction we choose to go, because we don't really know what Marks wants to do with that cap space. But he has said through the grapevine, I want expiring salary and I want draft picks. Now, the Kuminga thing is very interesting, but it does Marks want to give him the money, like you said? I don't think he does. I don't think he's seen enough. And I don't think he's ready to take that gamble on Kuminga with such a small,
Agreed.
with such a small chart of what
Sample
he's done so
size.
far. So I think expiring salary from the Warriors and 2 picks is a fair deal for both sides. We're not really taking too much from the Warriors, and we give him a great depth piece in Johnson who could start or play off the bench. I think that's the safest deal for us to do, because the Kuminga thing
Okay.
we might have to like take Wiggins' contract and get
Nah,
no draft
nah.
assets. So I don't know
Hold
if
on,
that's
nah.
good for us.
Yeah. Nah, just tell us the one you want. And, since you don't want Kaminga, we're gonna let So Greasy get to that. But tell them, so the significance of expiring contracts is that it frees up cap space when next season,
Hmm.
basically.
Yeah. And
All
and
right,
getting
cool.
2 picks for Johnson, that's a great win for us, because I think that's the highest value you get from a team that really
So
wants him.
about
And the Warriors,
two first rounds or 2 second rounds?
2 first round draft picks. So the
That's
Wow,
Warriors
that's
have
tough.
like all their.
That's tough.
that's well.
Well, the good thing is the Warriors have draft cap from 2025 to 2030, and I think they get more draft assets next summer. So I don't think we're going to be taking too much of their picks. I mean, 2
Yo,
picks
what
for
are we trying
Johnson
to get
is a
30
fair
picks
deal.
for? That's what it just seemed like people think we just gonna be doing for the next 6 years.
Yeah,
Get
but
picks.
Breeze, you know what the good things about having a lot of good picks? You group them together so you can move further
Hey,
down or up
and
the draft,
and
depending on
and
the
and and, uh,
prospect
and
you
a, a
have.
lot of reasons why the Kaminga trade makes a lot of sense to me too. You add Kaminga
Mhm.
and Melton for Cam Thomas. Them contracts add up. Melton got 12 million. I think he's on 12 million, and
He met Cam Johnson. Chat.
Yeah,
He
Cam
met
Johnson.
Cam Johnson.
yeah, Cam
Yeah.
Johnson. And
Don't give us a
Melton,
heart attack.
my bad. Melton is on 12 million expiring, and Kuminga, I think he's a restricted free agent this summer. So either way, if you go get Kuminga and you see him play through this year and with the freedom, imagine him getting the time for Jordi, like coming from the Warriors right now to a next team right now.
Yeah, I just think it's
And he gets and he gets his opportunity.
mhm.
You never know what happens. He could average 20 something. He's averaging 16 right now.
So with So Breezy makes a good point. I just don't like the fit, but I understand where you're coming from. It's not
That's
a
so.
no lose
That's
lose.
so greasy with a
It's still
G.
a gamble, though. It's still a gamble. And it's
Yeah.
still a big,
I just think him and Cam Thomas would be a very good pair.
The,
I understand.
the reason why I don't think I like his idea, I just don't think it's a good fit because, like I said, I feel like Kuminga reminds me of a Bruce Brown type of player. Like I feel like they play good with
he's way more
Jokic
effective.
and stuff like that. You know, very athletic, cut to the basket, slight, dasher.
Bruce
Like I
Brown
don't
is
think
a 12-point
hold on,
average.
before you go, so Breezy, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna land the plane right here. I feel like Jordi Fernandez is like the Warrior playing style, just similar. So I don't think you're gonna change anything.
I don't know. I think those are two different type of players and two different type of explosive players, bigger, everything, bro. Like hell
I
no,
just
bro.
don't see Marks doing the gamble. Like, because let's remember, Sean Marks,
How's
sometimes
that a
wants
gamble? You got a
big
player,
returns, but
he's
then the
like
return is not
25.
what you expect it
That's
to
not
be.
a
I think
gamble,
it's
John. That's not. He's a restricted agent. That's what so Breezy says. So that's not a gamble.
yeah, but I just don't
That's
see
not a
Sean Marks
gamble,
want to
bro.
take
You can
that move.
still
Like
make
I
a
would see.
move with him. You could
Yeah.
still
No,
happen to.
listen. So Breezy, you're making great points
Yeah, but
about Kuminga and the potential
the
for
thing is,
Thomas. It's just
it,
Marks. I
it
don't think
is
will do it right now. I just don't
it
see it.
it is a gamble though if you think about it because Kuminga want to get paid. So
Right.
regardless of what goes down after we trade for him, when off season comes, we're gonna have to negotiate money with him. So you don't want to just bring him here for just a half a year rental. You know what I mean? And not, you know what I mean, and not sign the guy. So the thing is Narks and them willing to invest in Kaminga and think he's worth that type of money? You know what I mean?
Or
And
not, or you could
are they
trade, or you
Oh,
can
you
make
could
a
trade
trade,
him. Yeah,
or
that's
you
what I'm
could.
saying. You could
He's a
trade him.
restricted free agent. You still get to trade him if anything happens. Like if it's
Oh,
not a.
that's a waste, though. Why trade for him
How
and
is that
why
a
trade for him and then
waste, bro?
trade
You could
him?
go get. How
That's a
is that a,
mistake because I just gave away my best
bro?
asset
Nah,
for a
bro.
young guy who didn't even want to stay here. I
How
think
is
that's
that a
even
waste
worse
when
for
you could
failure.
get Kuminga? You could probably get possibly a first round pick for Cam Johnson and possibly another player. Bro, come on now, bro.
so you saying if he don't pan out after half a season, just move him again?
Yeah,
You could.
that's what he's
You
saying. I
don't have
agree.
to
No,
That
that
don't
sign
make
makes
him.
sense.
sense to me. I
I
think
think that's
that's
a
a
safer
mistake
route,
move.
Joey. What would you do, Joey? Cause I
It's
like
an
your perspective.
expiring
My
contract. You
Yeah.
thing
got
is, I don't even see them taking the fucking chance on Kaminga. I don't see it. I mean, unless they was really high on him, and I
out of
don't think
any of
Marks
them
is high on
players,
him.
that he named, Gary Payton, and all them niggas is trash, bro.
Facts.
No,
I
they
do
are.
agree
Bro,
with
like
you.
that.
That's why, Joey, I agree with him because
Yeah, but
I don't
they
even
not
like Kuminga.
they
It's
not
just
gonna be making
so
Kaminga
breezy.
type money though. Them niggas ain't gonna be making the type of money
We
Kaminga
we
asking
already
for.
got
But
the
yo,
Cam
you
Thomas
going young. You
situation to
going
resolve.
young. You going young. You looking forward to sign Cam Thomas. If Kaminga pans out to be a great player, he probably won't even need the max. You probably could work out a good deal with Kaminga and go get your point guard or your other player in the draft.
That's
Protect
true.
you right.
Kaminga might be.
Here's a question. Wait, I got a
Yeah.
question for you, so Breezy. Who would you pay more, Cam
Because hold on
Thomas or
before
Kuminga?
you
Wait,
go,
wait.
John.
Here's
I
a
want
good
to say
question.
this.
Who would you pay
I'm gonna let you
more,
go because I want to
Thomas or
say.
Kuminga?
John, hold
I
on,
would
hold on.
pay
The only
Cam
reason why I
Thomas
agree
more.
with, and I don't like Kaminga.
Okay.
The only reason why I agree with So Breezy because out of all the potential, Kaminga look like he had the highest potential out of everybody in the Warriors, and he's young, so we can have a steal. You never know.
He don't get a chance to be Steph Curry or that number two. So as a young player, that's actually has good stats in the league, bro.
Right.
He does.
So you think Golden State is holding him back a little bit, and if you
That's
felt
what I'm saying. That's
if
what.
he
Hey,
came
yo,
to Brooklyn,
That's my
Okay.
argument right
Okay.
there. That's my
Okay.
whole argument.
And that makes sense. And I don't even like Kaminga. But Breezy can have a point. It could be true or he could be wrong, but
Bro,
he
hey,
had the
yo,
most
My
he
thing
was
potential.
is, you
averaging
know what I'm
20.
scared of? So
He was
Greasy.
averaging 20 plus like two, like a whole month or so. Like, and somebody went down. Soon as they came back, it was reports that him and Steve Kerr don't get along. Mad shit was going over there with him, bro. Like, real talk.
What are you thinking, Joey? What are you thinking?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I mean, I'm cool with Kaminga. I think he has he's a talented young man. You know what I mean? But my thing is like if we gonna trade for him and we gonna bring him to Brooklyn, I'm fine with keeping him. I just don't want to overpay.
I
You know what I
No,
agree.
that's
mean?
a
I agree
fact.
with
And,
that.
Yeah,
Makes
and,
I
perfect
That's
agree
a
sense
fact.
too.
because we're gonna be, regardless of the point, we're gonna be trash next year. So in a couple of days. So I mean, it's just
Hold on, yeah. What about LBL? How you feel about Kaminga to the Nets? How you feel about it?
Uh, I'd rather have a pick, man. Me myself, I'd rather have a pick because everybody is saying I'm listening to you all for the last 10 minutes or so, and I'm listening to all of this, and I'm like, well, is he the newer version of Kyle Kuzma? I mean, it's easy to look good when you got Steph Curry on your team. You know what I'm saying? And like some of these guys, and that's what they always do. And like when you say, well, we'll have a good core of him, the draft pick, Cam Thomas, is that really better than the team that Kuminga's on now? So why is he not? I mean, you could say it's a coaching thing, but I mean, if he was really, really playing his ass off, you don't think he would have played after Klay Thompson left? Come on.
So hold on,
Bro,
let me ask you. Let me
the
ask you
same
this.
shit
that's a good
happened to
point.
Cam
Hold on,
Thomas, bro.
hold on. Let me ask you this. Kaminga, what was he pick number 7 in the same draft as Cam Thomas, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't know
I'm
Yeah,
that
just,
he
I'm,
either.
got picked.
right. I think so. I'm saying that to say he was the lottery pick, and I don't think he lived up to where he was drafted. And I'm saying that to say that's what the Nets got to watch, and I think that's what they're doing. They watching all of these contracts that's supposed to be up from 2021 because it's a 4-year contract. So they looking at everybody. You see, we got Zaire Williams,
Yeah.
and case in point is the Nets they sell us in bias, I believe, but Kaminga, I don't know if he's
But
stepping on toes if he
I
here. If,
look at
if
his
hold on,
path.
hold on.
If
Is
you
he
judge
hold
his
on,
path,
Gizzy, is
look,
he stepping on toes or is he stepping on Zaire Williams toes, Clowney toes? Is he stepping on Jalen Wilson
Good
toes?
mention, Breezy. Good
You
bro,
know what
mention.
I'm
his upside is better than all them players you just named right now, bro.
So Breezy, we got to be fair here,
Except
man.
Cam
Kaminga hasn't even
Thomas.
hit his full ceiling
Hold
yet.
on, bro. Except Cam Thomas and Noah Clowney, bro. I think that's a what, bro. That'll be a good
I
young
was
core,
gonna
bro.
say I was
Hold
gonna
on.
name
I wanna ask the panel this. What
I
y'all
was
think is
gonna name
better?
Clowney though.
John or So Breezy trade package? Who y'all siding for? I like So Breezy, even though I don't like Kaminga, and I disagree with Kaminga. I like Kaminga upside better than the other players. So
Yeah, no, I'm not focused on the players that's coming here. I'm focused on the draft so we could flip it. You feel me? Like I want Sean Marks to take those draft picks, flip it some type of way, and get us 2 lottery picks in this next year's draft. Honestly,
I feel like
I don't want a 2-year
tough.
rebuild. I want us to flip all of those picks, those 2030, 2029, 2028. Flip those. Flip those to a team that want to rebuild in that time span and let us try to win now. Let's get into the lottery this upcoming draft with all of our draft capital. That's what I want.
Yeah, but it's quite possible that the
that's wild.
26 draft could be better than the 25 draft.
It really depends. I think AJ might have scared some people though when he said, "I want to play with Wemby or Paulo," and people are like, "Oh, damn, he's already got his
Hey,
eyes on a few
John, you
talents."
listen too much to what
Who
people
said that? Who said that?
That was AJ DeBosa when he announced he was going to BYU. He said, "Yo, I want to play with a Wemby Apollo." I'm like, "Damn,
who
what about us
wouldn't?
over here?"
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to play with them? So what? Big deal. I mean,
Yeah,
you
but
just put
that young
stock
kid,
in.
man, he's already got the mind of a superstar. Wants to play with those superstars. If you don't like how your
What
systems
are you
run,
talking about? Who
that could
wouldn't
be a
want to
problem
play?
off the bat.
Hey, yo, I
Who
think
wouldn't
we
want to
might
play
get
with a
Kaminga,
superstar?
yo, and when we come back, when I say Cam Johnson is gone for Kuminga, I think it might happen, man.
I don't know. It's just we would have to give up. Don't you think we have to give up a first round draft pick to take on Kuminga? Like I think Breeze just said, that would be buying in a sense. We're buying their young
Why are the Nets
prospects.
giving up
I
a
think
first
they
round
would
pick?
have to give up more because all the reports is coming out that Cam Johnson is on the top of their list. So I don't
Why
see
And
would
the way
you give
Cam
up a
Johnson
pick?
been playing this year, man, he's not no. I'm not saying he's not no Klay Thompson, please, but they need that type of player around.
he coached them in
Who fits
the
better?
FIBA. He
Who
coached
fits
them in the
better with
FIBA.
Golden State?
So
Cam Johnson?
He did coach Cam Johnson in the FIBA. You
I
are
would
right.
say Johnson
Yeah.
because of 3-point scoring,
No,
and
I'm
he could be
saying, but
that
if
Klay
Cam
Thompson for
Johnson,
Curry. Not be
but if
Klay Thompson, but fill the role. I
but
think
if
a
Cam
little better.
Johnson, but if Cam Johnson is signed and he's a better fit on Golden State than Kuminga, why are we giving up more? That wouldn't make sense.
that's what I'm
Well,
saying. You only
That's
give
a
up.
fact. They should be giving us a lot for Cam Johnson and DFS
Exactly.
or Schroeder.
I never said we had to give up a lot to give him.
No, I think
No,
John
not
just
true, not true.
No,
I'm just saying in
I'm just
general.
like it sounds too good to be true. We give them a Dennis and Johnson, and then they give us Kuminga. It's like there's a catch. There's always a catch. And let's remember,
If you
Sean
don't
Marks.
want to
Kuminga's not
pay him,
worth both of them.
Let's
if you
remember,
don't
Marks
want
is
to
a
pay him,
negotiator here, and he
what
has
can
some
you
crazy
do?
asks
What
for
can you
this
do
team.
if you don't want to pay him and you need
Kuminga's
something
not worth
for him?
both of them. You
And
got to
here's another
remember.
thing: we already have a Cam Thomas situation to figure
Yeah,
out. Do we
but
even want a Kuminga on top of it? Two guys who both want max money and then they compete with each
Kuminga
other.
is
Like we don't
Hey,
need that.
Kuminga is
I'd rather
those
do a
look
one
unproven.
like
guy.
to me.
Kuminga is proven. Kuminga is Kyle Kuzma on the Lakers. That's what I'm saying. You don't know how good he is until he gets to another team.
Let's also remember Kuminga has the big head because he rode
I
the bench
agree
to
with
win a
So
title.
Breezy
Let's
and
remember that too.
LBL because, bro, we got the bargaining. We got the bar, bro. Cam Johnson is more
I'm
important
saying,
to that. Minga don't fit in that
and,
team, bro. And like
and part of the
they
narrative,
got, DFS and Cam Johnson gonna make that team better. We know that, and we're not even a good team. We know that.
yeah.
I think
Anybody with
without
common sense know that.
right. I think
They want
without Ben Simmons
shooters,
next,
not that.
And we
if
Not,
you
gotta
looking forward to the
and
future
and,
next year, I
and
think
let's
if without a big body like Ben Simmons next year, a body like Kuminga would be perfect paused to fit right in to the young core. I still think he's under 25.
he's also not a big body.
No, he definitely fits our timeline for sure. But
He does age wise, but he's
yeah,
not a big body.
if he can
Bro,
work on his
he's a
defense
big.
and his
He can
he's a
play
big
playmaking
small
body, but
forward
skills,
and
he's not.
power
that's
He doesn't
forward,
have
bro.
height. He lacks height for his position.
no, he lacks playmaking and defense. If he would improve those things, I would say Kuminga is like on a Kawhi Leonard trajectory. Because that's what he said at the beginning of the season. I'm on a Kawhi Leonard, Paul George thing, but I'm like, your defense is average. You don't
Wow.
play make much. You have upside with
And he
athleticism,
can't shoot.
but what else can you do? Yeah, what else can you do? Like, why should we take that gamble right now when he hasn't shown us what he could truly do? I just don't think we're going to do it.
You
I
know
don't see
what?
it right now.
There's a history in the NBA of losing teams and their fans overvaluing guys from winning teams who play with superstars. And I'm saying there's a history of that. And that's why Jordan Poole, that's why
Right.
Jordan Poole is now on Washington. That's
Right.
why Kuzma is not on the Lakers. This is what I'm saying. You got that, and now you just gonna say, well, Kuminga because he was all that. Remember, that's the same team that drafted James Wiseman in the top 3, right?
So
Come
Nick
on.
Claxton get $100 million and he can't even score 16 to save his fucking life.
Oh man, he was bad tonight, man. Yo, Ivan, he was in front of his parents tonight, man, and he let Jordi get whacked by John
So what's
Moran.
your point? What's
You're
your
right,
point
John.
about
That was
Wiseman?
sad.
That was
And he's under his age, and he's a better player already than Nick Claxton, bro. And
He's a better scorer.
And then to say he can't play defense is even wild, bro. Like that's wild.
No, he's better than Nick Claxton for sure.
Come on,
He's
man.
better than Nick, yeah. We're not arguing that. And I'm
Yeah.
just saying the trade definitely will go through. We have the this is the only time I disagree with John. We have the advantage when it comes to this trade.
But Claxton was.
I want to agree with you, Ivan. It's just Mox has always promised big things, and he rarely delivers on those things. Just try to dampen your expectations slightly. Like
But-
if it Breeze. If it happens, it's a great move for us because we get a young piece, like you said. And if you get a Dylan Harper, you have Harper, Thomas, and Kuminga at their respective positions. You have a core there. I agree with you. It's just I think he wants expiring and draft draft assets unless he
And the
can
way,
pull off
yo,
to
and the
change the
way
script right
Clowney,
there.
yo, the way
We'll see.
Clowney,
listen
yo,
to this.
the way
Listen to this.
Clowney been shooting the ball is crazy too. Like,
But listen to this.
Yeah, he need minutes,
Yeah,
bro. He need
LBL?
minutes.
What if we could, because I hear what you're saying about Claxton, who was a second round pick,
Mhm.
was top 7. But anyway, what if we traded Claxton for Kuminga? Because
I'll do
But
that
do they
too.
want
I'll
Claxton?
do that in a
Do
heartbeat.
they want? But
Hold
can
on,
you
hold on.
put
Let him
Claxton
finish.
in
I'm
Let him
going to
finish.
church
Draymond,
this
though?
Sunday and
Hold
pray
on.
for it.
Right. Hold on.
when
Let him
we
finish.
make
Go
that,
ahead, LBL. Make that make sense. Go ahead, bro.
when we make because it gives them flexibility when Draymond is not in the game, and this is what I'm saying. They need size over there. They need
I
and rebound.
like that's
And
another. We have
what
the
I'm
advantage
saying
on this
is,
trade, though. The
I'd
LB just
rather
confirmed that
I
even more.
saw
We
that
have the
trade.
advantage, bro.
Yeah,
When it
but
Hey
comes to
Scott, hey Scott, your
but
man
what
Clack's
about
head on the chopping block again, man.
but what
I
about
know, I know.
what
Trade
about
him to the
Houston?
Scott
Lakers.
next.
He
Scott is
needs
next.
something.
and
But
the
what
reason why I
about
like
the
LBL trading block, because let's keep it a buck. We all Brooklyn fan. We play better small ball when we have centers, anyways. So
no?
it's
We
just
got
the
to play
truth.
big ball one day,
Depends
though.
on
I've
who
been
you
small
got.
ball's not working forever. It
It
hasn't
isn't.
worked for
Yeah, but
us.
I'm just
What
saying
I'm
we have better
saying is,
success with
if
that
you
when we
see,
do get it. If we could get a big that can stretch the floor, but
And I
we
don't know who
have
said
better
it, but
success
Joey was
small ball.
correct.
so
Kaminga's
who are
not
you
a tall
calling a
dude.
big?
Let's remember that
Who are
too.
you
Kaminga's
calling a
not a tall
big?
dude.
Who are you calling a big? Kuminga?
Joey said he's not. I agree. He's
He's
not a
not a
big.
big. He's gonna have Vucevic getting 20 and 20 against us. That's what I'm trying to say. We got to stop all that small ball nonsense. And what I'm saying is, I saw a trade that said Houston, right? I saw a
Hmm
trade that said Houston getting Cam Johnson, and then we getting back our pick from 27, and we getting back another pick. And I'm saying, I'm with and Cam Whitmore. I'm
Okay,
with
I'm
that.
with that.
I'm
I'm
up
with
with
that too.
Whitmore, man. Let's get
LB. I
Whitmore.
wanted to. I know you. I agree with you with the small ball nonsense. I agree. It's not. I'm just saying that it's small ball is better than having Claxton as the center. We have more. That's all I'm saying.
Damn.
Wow,
Shots fired.
wow.
You know,
But it's
it's
not.
interesting. Can I say one thing? Did you guys notice
Hold
that
on.
Ben Simmons, Dayron, and Clowney all played on the court tonight? Did you guys notice that?
Yeah.
Jordy actually ran
Yeah.
with the 3 big boys.
Yo,
That
they
was
said Dayron.
wild. I'm like, you
They
have no
said Dayron had.
scoring.
Dayron had. Somebody put in the chat that Dayron had more points than Claxton tonight. Is that true?
Yeah.
Dayron took
Hold on.
4 threes in one
Hold
game.
on.
Clax
Yeah, he
Hold
hasn't
had
on.
like
taken more
50.
than 1 3 in a game.
Oh yeah, he
Right.
had like
Hold on. Delete Mu 3. She said I mess with Clax, but to be honest, I'm drafting one of these bigs in the draft. He's way too inconsistent. Like they won't have more points than him.
Mm.
I'm. Listen, it's getting louder. It's getting louder. But we got
Yeah.
Scott here to try to deter us. Scott, talk to us about Clax, man. What do you Is he reaching the expectations this far in the season, or you expect more from him? How you feel about Clax?
I expect more. I expect more from him. But he was hurt the beginning of the season, and I understand how people feel, but we supposed to be rebuilding, right?
Facts.
Hold on, Scott. My thing is right. You're right about the rebuild, but before we go there, I think that this, and I think Claxton is not bad. I think this is just not a good fit for him. This Jordy
Right.
system. That's all I'm saying. I think Claxton can go somewhere and perform with a Luka, perform with a James Harden, all of that. I
LeBron
just feel like
James.
this team is not a good fit for him.
Well,
That's
not
all.
now.
Luca
Not
already
right
got
You're
now.
right. You're
his
right.
name
Maybe
to
not
change.
right now.
Maybe not. One thing Claxton can do better than Dayron is run the floor. He can run the floor.
I don't.
And Jody is going to have a running team.
I can say okay. So when it comes to that, I do think if let's say Claxton does run the floor, but it's not going to be that much better. And I think Sharp got better
I
hands,
don't know.
shoot
I don't
better
know
free
that.
throws. Sharp shoot better free throws, better hands, better touches. I would even say better passing.
I don't know about better hands, but
I think
he
the only thing I would
probably
give
he
Claxton,
probably shoot a little better.
yeah, and shoot free throws better. The only thing I would give to Claxton is I'll give Claxton this. I think Claxton's a better defender. But other than that, I got Sharp.
Claxton has the rebounding and the shot blocking edge. That was his two best
Yeah.
defensive metrics, but he's been getting out rebounded by a lot of teams. So it's like you want to give him his credit, but when you look at the proof in the pudding, it's not like Claxton's
I
been out
told y'all, are y'all gonna tank on it? Y'all gonna quit on players because of a rebuild? What you see now is not what you're gonna see next year.
Hold on. Okay, so I want to say this, Scott. So you remember, hold on, Scott. My thing is, you got to evaluate these players while we progressing, right? Because we building up.
Well,
even though
we knew what Claxton was. We knew he wasn't no 20-point scorer. We knew he can defend. We knew he can block shots. We knew he can run the floor. We know that.
Yeah, but my thing is
that hasn't changed.
Yeah, Scott, I understand that, but my thing is, okay, like Mark Jackson, right before Curry started shooting threes, you see Mark Jackson would been saying that these Klay Thompson and Curry are the backcourt of the future, right? So we evaluate the player. We like what we see with Clowney. We like what we see with basically with everybody except for Claxton. So I'm
we know
part of this system. That's all I'm saying. Because
all I'm saying is. We knew we was in rebuild mode. We knew that. I told people at the beginning of the season, it's going to be a beautiful rebuild. You're just not going to see it.
But Scott,
and it's working just the way it's supposed to work.
What does that mean?
Real quick.
It means that you play with effort. The team is playing as though they're not trying to lose.
Yeah.
Scott,
and they still losing.
Scott, to be fair though, Clax was looked at,
which is exactly what y'all wanted.
Clax was looked at to take a jump this year though.
But the other part, but the other part of the equation is,
everybody said he was supposed to take a jump this year.
But it's not like you can't look at a team for this moment and not see a future. You have to look. You have to look to next season. You look into next season.
Scott, you know what the problem is? Claxton's Claxton's two best games this season have been against the Bucks. You know why? The Bucks played no defense, and Claxton offensively was great that last game. And I'm like, wow, if Claxton could just do this, incorporate himself more to offensive schemes. Look how deep the team is on offense. But then he reverted back to doing nothing tonight, and there was no Zach Edey tonight.
You have to hold on. Let me say this. I don't want to say Clax did nothing. He tried to put the ball on the floor twice, and he got ripped twice, and I think that kind of took away his confidence. He can't really put the ball. Hold on. He can't really put the ball on the floor in the paint, and he needs to work on that. And he needs to work on like a little bit of offense outside of us. Right. It's like he can't score the ball without a dunk. Like he got to work on. Right.
Claxton is one of those players. When you surround him with great players, he become a great piece.
No, he becomes a role player.
Well, that's a great piece.
No, but what I'm saying is the thing that you left out about, it's gonna be a rebuild and it's gonna be a beautiful rebuild is the one thing that you left out. Now that we're getting close to this deadline, is we got to get rid of these veterans so we can really see what we got with the young guys.
I don't think they want to get rid of Claxton.
Hey, to be
fair, I'm saying it doesn't even have to be Claxton, but it got to be the other three.
Hey,
so
teams can look at individual players.
No,
if I was a GM, I wouldn't look at your record. I would look at a player.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying. But if we end up winning 38 games,
we're not going to win 38 games.
Hold on. I want to ask you this, Scott. Hold on. I want to ask you, Scott. Let's be honest. Let's evaluate Clowney. Let's evaluate Ken Thomas. Who is the worst out of Claxton? Who is the worst out of all these young players? I'll say Claxton.
It's hard to tell.
It's not hard.
It's hard to tell for me. It's hard for me to see it.
It's just the young players, Ivan, you're asking about? Well, I would say Keon Johnson and Claxton are near the bottom, if I'm being honest with you. I think
Keon Johnson actually been more. I feel like Keon Johnson been more impressive than Claxton.
But they're not getting rid of none of the young players.
No, I don't know about that.
Well, Keon's perfect because he's a perfect rebuilding piece. You know he's going to mess up.
No, but
he gives
yo,
you
John,
effort
when
at
it goes
least.
to a lot of these rebuilding, right? We see OKC before we know that they started losing or whatever, but we started seeing this coming. With rebuild, you start seeing these players arising. Claxton looks boo-boo from the very beginning.
Because you don't want to be, Ivan. You don't want to be
Can I
here.
say
That's the
something,
problem.
though?
And tonight
Can I say
he
something,
showed his true colors. You know what he did tonight? He did. No, guys, is what they Joey. He did exactly what Mikal Bridges did. He was dapping up his Knicks friends. What was Claxton doing tonight? Dapping up John Morant. Send him out of here at that point. If you want to dap up your buddy and let your coach get berated. Like, where was Claxton's fire tonight? Wasn't there.
No, it wasn't there.
I just got to ask
John, you're not being fair.
Go ahead.
No, I'm being fair on this one.
No, you're not being fair to him because you said, "Oh, he looked good against Milwaukee because Milwaukee doesn't play any defense." So that's
the
why
point.
he looked good. But if somebody plays good defense, it's hard for a guy that's challenged offensively to look good. You act like,
especially when your wings are not doing
He has a
anything.
bad game is because he's not.
Yeah, but
especially when you're see Claxton.
So when it comes to this, right? I don't agree with John when he said effort. I know Claxton tries hard. I personally feel like this system don't fit for him.
You're
That's
right.
all I'm saying. I feel like the personnel and all of that, because every player try hard. I'm never gonna say mentality.
But that
don't make no sense.
No, Ivan, his energy's been off some games this season. Remember the emotional
You don't know his
outbursts
energy.
he's had,
You're not him. I'm just saying the way his performance under Jordi Fernandez has been boo-boo. But I'm not gonna say that he's not.
You know why? Because Claxton's not a leader. He's a follower and a role player, like LBX
John,
says.
you don't know that. You assuming. I'm just telling.
No, I know it. Listen, Cam Thomas has been more of a leader than Nick Claxton. You know what? I've seen the effort from Thomas. I've seen the improvement. Yes, I can do it. Ivan, who has actually worked in Jordan's system?
One mic, y'all. One mic. Hold on, Joy BK. Go ahead, Joy BK. What you was trying to say?
I would just say I think it's kind of BS with the whole
leader,
the excuse about we don't know, we not in Claxton head, because we seen him act immature multiple times this year. We seen him get frustrated and just
disintegrate.
I knew that losing would be a problem with the fans.
Don't.
I know that. I know y'all gonna be sitting there and want to throw out. Wait. I just want to say this one thing. I knew, and I said at the beginning of the season, if they're gonna try to rebuild, it's gonna be hard for y'all to sit back and not throw everybody on the team under the bus.
Yo, Scott, listen.
I knew that.
Yo, hold on, Scott.
I knew that.
Hey, yo, I've been saying Claxton been ass since we.
Let Joey let it play.
So what I'm saying is, I kind of think that's a cop out because, like I said, we see him act immature multiple times this year.
Right.
We see him lose his cool. We see him not look like he got his head in the game. So
because he's competitive. I feel like that's competitive.
Like he's a little immature, bro. He's got thrown out by at least twice this year so far.
I can believe that. I can believe that.
Another thing.
He's always been edgy.
Hold on.
Yeah.
He's always, even when he came in.
Hold on. This is my last point. Go ahead, George. What does rebuilding have to do with Nick Claxton's personal player progression?
Because when if players progress, we will be winning. We will be winning. You don't understand,
Scott. That's cap. Respectfully, Scott.
No, but it's true.
That's not cap, bro. Yeah, I agree with Joey on this.
Excuses for Claxton got to stop, my guy.
Not improving as a player, and this being his fucking 5th year in the damn league. It has nothing to do with us winning or losing. We want to see him play better basketball, bro.
Facts. And I agree with you, Joey. Well said. Because Scott, the thing is, I don't care about losing. I care is how we lose. And every time with Claxton in there, we lose horrible. It's not even like just a loss.
Because he plays down his competition. That's why.
We were told Claxton was going to take a jump this year. I don't see it. And this is his 5th year with us. That's my point. I don't care about us losing and rebuilding. I know we losing and rebuilding. I'm focusing on the player, not the team.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Yo,
Claxton's not swimming. He's drowning.
yo, I gotta say this. Hold on. Let me say this.
Go ahead.
I think Clowney is making Claxton expendable. I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. The more Clowney knock down that three ball, and the more
That great
Claxton
block
becomes
he had.
offensively challenged because he's not slowing nobody down. If Claxton's a lockdown defender and he got Triple J shooting at a low percentage, or anytime John Morant trying to come in with those fancy layups, he's slapping that shit out of bounds.
Remember, he's hurt.
Then Clax is bringing value. But at the end of the day, I'm somebody that also vouch for Claxton, Scott, but he been disappointing. You know what I'm saying? It was his daddy birthday today. He had 6 and 7. You know what I mean? Like you could have showed out for your father. You know what I'm saying? You could have.
I think that whatever injury he has, it's still bothering him. I really believe that.
Scott, that doesn't apply to you. See what John Morant did? He almost sickly twisted his ankle tonight, dusted off like nothing happened. Like,
I'm not trying to compare him to John Morant.
I know, but you bring up the injury thing. I'm like, there's no excuse for it. He's healthy right now. He had 3 offensive games. He just dropped the ball again tonight, underperforming through the competition that he plays down to. There was no Zach Edey tonight. It was Jerry Jackson Jr. And respectively, I've seen Claxton defensively lock him up. I didn't see that tonight. I saw Claxton just not engaged again.
Yeah, Claxton to be more consistent, and I just want a little bit of improvement.
Not to mention, you left Coach Jordi to get yelled at by John Morant. Like, where were you, Claxton?
Guys,
you nowhere.
That's your
I get it. I know that Claxton is not.
No, but you're supposed to stand up for your coach a little bit.
Yo, I think
he's not going to be that.
He's not going to be that.
Hold on,
one mic. Go ahead.
Yo,
he
so
can be better.
I'm thinking, right? My thing is, yo, look at his performance when he was playing, and he started with an injury with Jock Vaughn too. He played better with Jock, statistically, probably with Jock Vaughn than Jordi. Jordi does have a different playing style, so it's just the way it is. He plays like Sacramento and the Warriors for the most part.
Ivan, the difference was Katie and Kyrie were there. That's why.
So so what y'all want to do? Get rid of Claxton?
They wasn't there last year.
Y'all want to get rid of Claxton?
You know what I say?
For the right price, yes, Scott. For the right price, yes.
Okay.
Yo, hold on. I just want to say I don't necessarily want to get rid of Clax, but if the opportunity of somehow getting Derek Queen on this roster next to Clowney, I'm taking it, bro.
Let's go. And you can re-sign Day'Ron to a cheaper Scott. Wouldn't you want to re-sign Day'Ron to a cheaper contract, get off Claxton's contract, and have even more financial flexibility without Claxton's emotional outbursts weighing over your future? I'd rather do that. That's way smarter for us. We cut our losses early.
Another thing too that I'm kind of thinking too, as well. My last thing before I go, fire panel or whatever. The thing is, like we were playing without Claxton, and then players started building chemistry. So it's kind of messing up the chemistry with players in and out too. That could mess up.
That's interesting. You brought a good point.
That can mess up chemistry too, because you got to.
Are we trying to play better, or are we trying to rebuild?
We're trying to build culture.
We already established that. Believe it or not.
Nah, you need to establish.
A lot of teams.
Personnel matters with culture.
A lot of teams look at us as a frisky fighting team.
Yeah, but that's culture.
That's what culture brings.
That's personnel as well.
Yeah, I'm just saying you still got to do the rebuild.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Right?
Yeah, I'm saying that we're going in the right direction. I don't think.
Okay. All right. Because I knew fans were going to be.
The players on the court are committed to winning, which they should be, but the management is not committed to rebuilding. Because they still got.
You mean they not committed to winning?
No, I'm saying the players on the court and the coach. They're committed to winning.
Right.
That's good. But the problem is, we shouldn't have these veterans on our team anymore.
Right.
I mean, we already went through that. What are you going to do? Put them in the street? I mean, get nothing. Because nobody's trading anything right now.
Well, not till tomorrow night, Scott. So get ready.
Yeah, there you go.
Watch that.
There you go.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, he's probably talking already.
Should be.
To teams. He's been talking, but I'm just saying nobody's moving until
And I'm
Well,
gonna tell you
Miami
this.
did,
I'm
Scott.
gonna
They
tell
made a
you this.
trade today.
When it comes,
Yeah, well, Miami is,
but Scott, I'm gonna say this also though. Like a team like when we play teams that it looks like we got a good chance of beating them, that might be the time when you might want to rest the camp and you might want to see, well, how much does Zaire have? Or how much does Jalen have? Let's
that's
put
what he's been doing.
no, no.
Why? Why
They
not?
only
He's
do
been in
it
the 10-man
no, they
rotation.
only do, they've only done it when we have injuries. But I'm saying
Yeah,
otherwise they're
exactly.
playing DFS.
I
They're playing
honestly don't think
no.
Cam is hurt.
I
Nah,
don't
that would be wild if he wasn't. That'd be wild.
I mean,
I think he's hurt. There's no way he's not. Cam
I
Thomas got
mean, he
hurt.
might be hurt, but I mean, he ain't hurt.
He
Listen,
got
if Cam Thomas wasn't hurt because Wentz did that by design, that's freaky. That is
only
freaky.
way
Well,
only
I
way
wouldn't say that, but I mean,
the only
wink,
way
wink, wink, wink.
the only way he
Wait, wait.
wouldn't be hurt is if he got a promise that he's either gonna be traded or he's gonna be signed.
Well,
Ooh, that's interesting.
he's still going to do what. That's either way. His stock is good.
Oh no, his stock is good.
Oh,
The
so then it
problem
don't matter whether he's sitting or
oh no, but
playing.
I'm saying it matters to him because why would he sit? Why would he sit and then end up blowing money if the Nets don't
Oh,
want to
he
sign
ain't
him?
going to blow no money. They're going to pay him. If they don't, somebody else will.
But that's what I'm
All
saying.
the only thing to
But
do
that's
is the
what
So
we're
it
win.
don't
saying.
matter. That's why I say it
well,
don't matter now.
yeah,
Well,
but
I think
nobody
it
really
would.
around the league got the money to pay him though. If he
Right.
got
There you
paid,
go. Now we need to stop worrying about what's going on and to let these players play out or whatever. And whoever is not, the young players are going to be here. We're going to wheel and deal to see if we can get something
But
for
I'm gonna
one or
tell you
two of
this.
our
When you
veterans that
asked
we
about
got.
when you asked about Claxton, here's what I'm saying. I was for re-signing him because I didn't want to lose him for nothing. But
Right.
but I did want him to have that kind of Cam Johnson
It's a
kind of rap.
terrible situation to try to be able to show. It's a terrible situation to be in a rebuild when a player is trying to show you he's progressing.
But what I'm saying is
Even
I
like in the
wanted to
coach
be
of Jordy,
sign him because
it's
I
a
wanted
terrible situation for him to be in, being that we trying to rebuild and he's trying to show you,
that he's a great coach,
right?
developer. But
Yeah,
yeah, but the
that's not
problem is
easy to do.
yeah, but the problem with Claxton is I wanted to re-sign him, but I also wanted to trade him.
I never wanted Claxton to be a center,
I don't want
but
him to be a four. He can't shoot.
You know what the problem is? If Simmons wasn't on this team, we could have played Clowney with
it's
Claxton from the
situations
get-go.
where Claxton would be beneficial, and I'm quite sure the way the league is playing with
He's
these
Claxton,
always
wings that can
Claxton,
play, that can shoot and run up and down the court, it's rare for him to get in. But if he
Claxton looks
do get in, and on a situation where it goes half court, he can be beneficial.
Claxton looks good next to stars, specifically stars who can do
exactly.
PNR.
He's Dan Gafford.
You know,
That's why he makes sense.
that's why
That's
he
why he
looks
makes
so
sense for
good with
Lakers right
Harden.
now.
He looked good with Harden. They asked him, he said, "Hey, Nick," he said, "Yeah, the game is so easy out there when you're playing with a guy like James Harden. It's just so
Yeah,
easy."
yeah.
Yeah,
He's like,
because
"Yeah,
he
I bet."
demands a double every time he cuts in.
Exactly.
But we don't
But
have that. We
but let's
don't
say but let's
have
also
that.
say
And
this
James
point.
Harden knows how to run the pick
That's
and roll.
why I keep saying when
But in
y'all
4
talking
years,
about Claxton being
We
garbage and
understand that.
but
We
in
get
I'm
four
we
years,
understand.
saying,
but in 4 years, has he learned how to do anything other than catch a
Exactly.
lob?
I
Exactly.
mean,
Exactly.
we ain't gonna know now. We ain't gonna know on this team.
We should be able to know on this team.
Why? How?
That has nothing
You
to
only
do
got
with him.
one real point
It has nothing to
guard.
do with him. It has nothing to do with him hitting a baseline jumper. It has nothing to do
Oh
with
no,
him hitting a hook
he
shot.
never gonna be that. He's never gonna be that.
I'll
Well,
tell
then
you
he
this.
He's
can't be
never
This,
gonna
that.
be
this.
that. Then
LBL,
you
I'll
want to
tell
get
you
rid of
this.
him, that's another thing.
Well,
L,
when it comes
I can go along with y'all saying get rid of him. Better replace him
he
Yep.
got a
LBL,
clumsy offensive game, though.
because you can't. How many 6'10s can run up and down the court like he
A
can?
whole
LB
bunch of
Okay, all right, go
LBL,
ahead.
I'll tell you this:
Try it.
if Claxton is
Try
traded,
it.
I guarantee you, if Claxton's traded, he's not going to do any type of mid-range shot wherever
This
team he
is the
goes
thing.
to. He's just
Try
going to be
it.
a lob guy again.
Hey John, this is the thing. Claxton's whole offense revolves around his athleticism and him getting in transition.
Exactly.
Right, yes.
When Claxton is in the half court set, he needs somebody to run the PNR. If he doesn't have anybody to run the PNR, that's when he gets exposed because he's an
But I mean, basketball is simple. It's always been
Joey,
high pick and roll, this and that, the
That's
cuts,
true.
back cut.
That's true.
It ain't nothing changed.
Joey,
And the game ain't never changed.
Joey, it's a lot.
But he's an offensive liability, though.
How when you are a dominant pick and
I just
roll?
told you why he's an offensive liability.
He's not
because
a
he can
dominant
only
pick
get his
and roll.
bread and butter.
Because they pay attention to his pick and roll. Well, with the right person that's picking with him.
He's not a
I'm telling you.
dominant pick and roll because what we've seen
He
this
can't
year
even set a
is
good pick.
they play him for the role, and they've been stopping all of his. They've been
Exactly.
stopping a
They
whole lot
already
of
know
his
what he wants
lobs.
to do.
Because your wings ain't doing nothing.
No, it's because he's not a
What
threat
wing is doing something?
to the basket. Once they cut off the lane to the basket, he can't do anything.
All you gotta do is put a center by the rim. Claxton's athleticism don't mean a damn thing. Like literally, that's what happens.
You know what really bothers Claxton? Guys who are big and athletic, just like
Right.
him. He can do it. He can get away with the clumsy centers.
I said he was not a center.
But when he has, you got some guys out
Yo.
there like Jaren Jackson who is just as tall and just as athletic as you.
Yeah.
Real small out there compared to.
Well, he did good. Oh, he didn't play last time when they went down. Yeah.
When he has guys like that, he looks small out there. They make him look very, very average, below average. Real shit.
Don't take these games serious, man. Don't do
what
that.
The problem is,
Don't do that.
If Simmons wasn't on this team, I wish they would have put Clowney and Claxton together because I thought rebounding wise,
I asked y'all to not take these games serious. Word up.
But why is Benson still on this team, though, guys? He should be home. Send him home. He does nothing for this team. Like you're giving him minutes, and you're giving Dayron and other guys less minutes. It's like a joke at this point. Like,
Well, Dayron's going to get more minutes. Don't worry. He will.
Like,
He will.
I wish the
He
deadline
will.
would come sooner because it's like Simmons you already know what he's going to give you.
What's
Not a lot.
beneficial for buying him out, though?
Buying who out?
Ben Simmons. You said buy Ben Simmons out?
No, let him play. Let him play.
I'd send him home and let him collect his money, and we collect cap space. Why would I give him a buyout at this point?
No, I'm not. All that extra moving and getting rid of people, I'm not with that because we already losing and people are getting the opportunity to play. The bench is getting an opportunity to play. This is just what we need to find out what we got. Because there's some people that never played. Claxton played the past couple of years. We saw him go up and down. We saw his skill. We saw him play well, and we saw him play bad. Can we surround him with some good players, please?
Well, like Breezy said, to be honest with you, if I find the right deal, I'm definitely dealing Claxton.
Yeah, I would too.
And what I'm saying,
I would too.
I would just go with Dayron and Clowney. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
y'all putting a lot of stock in Clowney right now, and he's still having.
A lot of people in the fan base we used to act like Claxton was untouchable. Like, oh, Claxton's untouchable. Like he can't.
No, I don't think ain't nobody untouchable. But what I'm saying is, Clowney is not what you think he is.
Wait, Joe,
I don't know, but then again, we won't know. Like, let him play. Let him play.
Claxton is making himself look more and more expendable.
Let him play. I could be wrong.
Claxton's never been untouchable on this team. He's been in trade deadline almost like 3 last 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, teams wanted him before. Yeah.
Yeah. He's an untouchable guy.
I would say Clowney's floor. I would say Clowney's floor is like Thad Young.
But John, he's also looked at
that what?
I say it's like Thad Young.
Yeah, but it depends on the right team that fits him. Like you want to trade
is that a Young?
Trade him to the Lakers right now. Davis needs a center next to him. Give me expiring salary and draft picks for Claxton right now.
If that's the case, why did we sign him then? If we already knew.
I think he's not a great rebounder.
We probably should have traded Claxton to Memphis to play with Ja and took back like Marcus Smart and some picks. It's probably what we should have done instead of giving Claxton the money.
I think
Should
Clowney
something
is
like
a
that.
good rebounder. I mean, I saw him when he was in college playing with that kid
Georgia.
No, when he was playing with
Oh no, that's Claxton.
when he was playing with Brandon Miller. I saw
Oh, okay.
In Alabama.
Alabama.
He is a good rebounder, but the problem is the way our schemes are set up because we have Claxton in there. He's playing on the perimeter.
Right. He's playing a wing position.
Yo, Easy's wild. He said Claxton's
Somebody
better
got
than
to edit.
Thaddeus Young right now.
Somebody got echo.
All right, I'll put the stream back, the link back in, Breezy. All right, I'll come back in.
Okay.
Thaddeus Young.
Not at this point. He hasn't proven it.
Yo.
Yo, this shit crazy. Listen, man. Again, like I ain't got no like ill will towards Clax. It's just that, you know, like I even said, we watched the progression of these players and we drafted Claxton, so we're gonna be on him. We're gonna look at his progression each year to make sure that he's actually progressing and making leaps and jumps. You feel what I'm saying? And if we keep seeing the same shit from him, we like, yo, maybe Claxton hit a wall. You know what I mean? Like, because he's not really improving his free throw shooting. He's really not.
You can't take this season. You can't take this season
Joey,
for what it is.
Joey, when Claxton tried to sell a $300 clothing line, I knew it was downhill from there. I'm like, this guy's not going to
hold on. Scott. What I'm saying is we see Schroeder leading the way he is, playing the best basketball he ever played in his NBA career. You see Cam Thomas becoming a playmaker. You see Noah Clowney knocking down the three ball. You see Jalen Wilson becoming more of a shot creator. He proved that when he had to go, came downhill, didn't find a shot, came back to the 3-point line, hit him with the twing cross, went to the basket. Case in point is these players are working on player development this season, bro. And got to develop that midi.
I think he's hurt. I think he was hurt.
Okay,
I think he was hurt at the beginning of the season. I've been telling people he didn't even start the beginning of the season. He didn't even start. So I mean, what you want me to? I feel sorry for him. I know everybody want to throw him under the bus. The losing season, it's even double more attention on him than it would be if we were winning. You wouldn't even pay that shit no mind. I mean, people wouldn't even notice it.
Yeah, but Scott, isn't it a good thing that you see Claxton not being a main guy? Because here's the thing, certain special types of stars and role players, they can play, there's rare ones that can play well without stars and with stars. Claxton has shown you clearly he can play great with stars as a role player, but by himself, he just cannot get to any type of level. Well, that's not worth keeping around, unfortunately.
That goes to show me he can't hold his own.
Right.
Well, he's not a star. Well, still judging him on this season. The season, forget about this season. Of course, we seen Cam improve. We seen play real good. Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder hasn't been leading a team since Atlanta. Since he was at Atlanta.
He's doing it now, and
this is and he's showing the skill level that he has. The situation fits him right now.
And that's why
but we are in rebuild mode. What else can I tell you?
Scott, I listen. I understand we have to take this with like half a microscope right now. But but now we're at the business point now. December 15th is Sunday. This is where we decide who's not going to be here and who do you want to keep past next summer. There's a lot of decisions, but this is where Brooklyn's real work starts. I would say this first half was evaluation. And we're not even to the end of the first half, but we're almost there after the 7-15. So now you got to decide who should be a part of this future and who can you trade right now to get assets back for and just move forward. Like, you can't be
Yeah.
wandering too
It's
long
still
about
too
these
early.
players.
It's
Yeah,
still too early.
he's wheeling and dealing. Don't worry.
Yeah, I keep Clowney. Clowney not on the trade block. I can tell you that.
No, we
Nah,
keep
he ain't
him.
going
He's too
anywhere. He ain't
young.
going anywhere.
He has potential.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
But
agree. I agree. He has potential.
the guy that John
He's
wants
not a
to keep,
replacement for Claxton,
So what,
though.
LBO?
the guy that you want to keep, I'm like, he's terrible to me.
Who?
Shake Milton.
I love Shake and Bake, man. Come on, the 1050
Nah,
boys,
terrible.
the energy buddy guy. Come on,
What's
he's
the name
perfect
hit?
for the
What's the
rebuild.
name hit 3 out of 4 threes in a row? Clowney. Then he got ready for another one, and Shake just shot that line drive bullshit. Like,
LBO,
yo,
listen, Shake
what he
Milton's
was
not a
doing.
perfect player, but he's a great rebuilding piece. Like those are the pieces you want to keep right now. If you want to hit the second draft, LBO, that I kind of hope we do as well. You need guys like a Keon
So,
Johnson
so
and a
you
Shake
want to,
Milton. You need
but
those guys.
yeah, I hear you, but for me, I don't want to keep him, and I'm saying I might want to keep Keon. He might turn. Remember, this is his. He's looked bad recently, but there's
Mm-hmm.
also
He
a
didn't play
time when he's
tonight.
looked good. There's
He didn't
also
play tonight, did
Well,
he?
Keon played. Keon played tonight. He played.
Oh,
He started.
okay.
He started again.
Yeah, okay.
yeah, he had a nice alley oop, but he's been making some mistakes and stuff. He's been making some mistakes and stuff, but he has, we got to see. He hasn't
You're going to get that when you have you're
young
going to
guys.
get players making mistakes because they're not really playing more than 20 or 30 minutes.
You know what was upsetting tonight?
Do you understand what I mean? They don't have a 7 or
Yeah,
even a 8 is stretching it. But 7-man, rotation going in and out.
yeah.
Your main players and your main pieces. But he's actually rotating the whole damn
And you know
bench
what? And you know
almost.
what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. For me, that's a winning formula.
Well,
I'm not talking about that we're trying to win, but I'm saying when those, like somehow the NBA became, like it started like with maybe like Pat Riley and those guys where they started saying, you know what, now I'm only playing 8 guys, but it was
right.
because 5 of his guys were damn near all stars. But when other teams say I'm shortening the bench, I'm only playing 8 guys. It's like now you got guys out there that ain't as good as Magic and Worthy and all of them,
Well,
and
there's a
they getting
reason why
tired.
I think.
I'm
There's a
saying, but
reason
to
why
play
is
more
because
guys, playing
there's
more
a
guys
reason
is
why is
better.
because sometimes your stars don't always come out on fire. So you need the minutes for them to get it going.
You
I
know what was
understand.
upsetting tonight, Scott? Unfortunately, Schroeder tweaked his knee a little bit, and he had this pack on. I'm just like, okay, don't try to stress it with Dennis. He's done well for us. Keep him safe till the 7:15. But then they played him again. I'm like, yo, get Tyrese Martin in here. Get somebody else. You don't need to play Dennis on one good knee. It's like this is the problem with Jordi and Marks. It's like they want to play till the wheels fall off because they
Well,
believe in
no,
independence and
no,
culture.
no,
But you got to use your
John,
brain sometimes. If the vet is hurt, let
John,
him
I'm a,
rest.
John,
There's
I'm gonna tell
nothing
you
wrong with it.
why. It's because of the position he plays. Because Tyrese is not a point guard, and if you want to still develop guys, you got to have a guy that can get them into their right places. So you get mad if he says, "Okay, I'm not gonna play Dennis." Then you get mad that he's playing Ben. You can't have it
Right.
both
No, but
ways.
I would play Ben. You know why? Because we got to protect Dennis Schroeder's trade value. These guys can't get hurt. Thank gosh we got
But
these
you
three
were
vets
just
through
saying
December
cut him.
15.
But you
No,
just said
for
cut
me, I
him.
wasn't talking about right now though. I'm talking about tonight's game. I was fine playing Ben if it meant Dennis didn't have to play because Ben has no
Well,
value.
listen. The end result is still the same.
Right.
So it doesn't. It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt him.
No, thank gosh we got our vets through December 15, knock on wood without injuries because the injury bug was killing so many teams. This is where Sean Marks has to consider himself lucky, but don't be stupid. You got to get these vets for the best value you can and, make sure they don't get hurt till the deadline. Like, that can't happen. Like, these teams are circling us right now. We got to make sure these guys are as fresh as possible. That's why I wish they would have rested Dennis after he tweaked his knee. There's no point for him to play the rest of the game at that point. It's already won 10 games for you.
So the only thing is you're going to get rid of some vets, right? You're on the trade block. You're looking to get some value. It ain't so much players because you ain't going to get a superstar.
Just draft
So
capital.
you
Yeah,
want
and
draft
signing
capital.
contracts.
You want draft capital to bargain with next season because you're not going to use it because you already got 16 picks in the next 4 years.
Well, these are extra
So what the
picks.
so no what extra? You're gonna have a whole bench of rookies.
Now we're not gonna do that.
Oh, okay, I know that. Because the only reason why is you're gonna turn around and get another vet. That's what you're gonna do. And
Well,
that's
no,
that's kind of like a circle. You're running in a circle.
All
oh
right,
no,
all
what I'm
You're
right,
saying
all
running
is
in.
right, all right. I heard enough.
Uh-oh, hey, Leaf.
What's going on? Now, I done told. Listen, we could talk all
What up, Rich?
day. What's going on, Breeze? Listen, we could talk all day about who getting traded, this, that, and the third. As of Monday, the Monday that's coming up, basically the entire league is able to get traded. Like everybody's
Yep.
gonna be able to trade a block. So I'm hearing stuff with the Warriors. I'm hearing stuff with Utah. What was it?
Houston. Houston.
Kaminga.
I think Kingdom put up something. With
What about
Kaminga.
Utah? What Utah? Because Danny Age, he's a shrewd businessman. What happened with
Yeah.
Utah?
Yes, he
Well,
is.
he is. Well, y'all look at him as a true businessman. I look at him as a crook, bro. Like, but
But what was the deal though?
it was
He's got
it was
Kessler.
involving
He's got Walker Kessler on the
um
block.
Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler was on the block, and somebody else. I forgot it. I forgot who it was
But
on
what
top of
that
my
got to
head.
do with us though?
Well, what they're looking for expirings. They're looking for expiring contracts, and they're looking
So
for
let him take Ben Simmons.
Yes, let's go. Yo, Breezy, that was a good one, man. Let's do it.
Listen, it's easier said than done,
He's
obviously.
yeah.
But
That would be nice.
as far as the
I'll take
Warriors
Walker
go,
Kessler off your hands.
as far as the Warriors go, Kaminga has come up and Jimmy Butler has come back up too. So for
Yeah.
some reason,
Yeah,
I don't want Jimmy Butler.
I don't want
I
Jimmy
don't
neither.
either. None of us do.
I don't want Jimmy neither. I see Jimmy. Unfortunately, Jimmy is going to be getting paid a crazy amount of money,
Yeah, I'm
and
not.
he needs to stay where he's at because he done made all NBA teams, and the CBA demand that you pay somebody that made all NBA teams and went to the finals, that type of
He's a
shit.
good
That works.
hustle player, but that's
He
all
might
right.
want to force his way to the Suns to play with KD. Did you hear about that, Leaf? He's
I
thinking
heard
Maybe.
about
about
that too,
he
but I
about going
mean,
there.
he already dyed his braids orange, bro. So he
Right.
can't be going there.
That was wild.
I mean, so all I
uh,
can say is stay tuned, bro. Like, man, I got another stretch where I'm gonna be out during the week, but after the 21st, I'm gonna get my days back, man. So I'm gonna try to lock in for most of
Kaminga remind you of as a player?
who does he remind me of? Just potential wise, damn. I'm trying to think, because it's somebody that the Warriors had before. I don't know if y'all remember Anthony Randolph.
I do.
I remember
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
Did he
yeah.
just
But
retire or something
Randolph was
today?
taller though.
Anthony Randolph was taller, but he had a lot of potential. But he just ain't never really get the PT in the player time. I see a good mix of Anthony Randolph and Perry Jones the third.
I don't see that, but I know who they are. I'd say I go back even further. I say he kind of reminds me of, I'm gonna go old school, Jerome Kersey,
Oh,
Jerome
okay.
Kersey.
because he attacks the rim,
Right.
Mhm.
and he's got that burly chest, so
Right.
guys bounce off of him, and that's kind of like how Kersey played.
Let me see.
Sort of like what's the name? Maybe like a little bit like Crash,
You
like
talking
Crash
Jerome
Wallace.
Kersey? You talking Jerome Kersey before
The Portland
like
Trailblazers. Kersey.
in those early '90s Portland days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I could kind of see that.
Let me
But
see.
if you really want to take it there, I'm gonna go with Seattle Xavier McDaniels.
Oh, I don't think he's that. I don't. Xavier could shoot though. I don't think Kaminga has proven
Come-
that.
Kaminga could shoot a little bit, but Xavier McDaniels on Seattle, bro, he was attacking the basket.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember.
Him and Tom Chambers, bro, like they was not bullshitting around, bro. Like they didn't really have the team rebuilt until Gary Payton and Sean Kemp showed up. But I mean, when they was out there, but in the late '80s when Seattle was kind of in rebuilding mode, like Tom Chambers used to dunk on people, bro, reverse.
Oh,
Like
I
I'm like
remember. I remember.
Tom Chambers was out of pocket, bro. Like so, I
That
mean,
might be that might be the comp. Well, I wouldn't say because he wasn't really offensive, but Tom Chambers, Cooper Flag would be well to have a Tom Chambers offense.
I don't know if he built like that. Tom Chambers, like I think Cooper Flag, he more closer to AK-47 than he is to
That's true.
to
Body
Tom
type
Chambers.
definitely and game,
Yeah,
game. Yeah,
yeah. I think defensively he can affect. He's gonna be effective right away. But if I
but
had like I gotta walk back some. I gotta walk back something because I know I was over the fence about Ace Bailey, and I'm still over the fence about Ace Bailey. But realistically, if I have to be realistic, bro, it's only two players in this draft that's coming up that's gonna be built around right away, and that's Dylan and that's Igor the men, because they're gonna have the
Telling
ball.
Harper the truth,
Oh,
bro.
Because they,
I
yeah,
Har-
told you. Yep.
I'm
Harper's
not gonna
earned
lie.
it,
I'm not gonna
man.
lie. Like I
I
had to.
told you.
Listen. I know I jumped clean off the top rope when it came to Ace, bro. And I think Ace talent. I think as far
He
as
said,
talent
"I don't
goes,
want nobody but him." He
Yep.
said
and
that.
That's what he says.
all right.
I
Well,
still
he's
don't want
walking it
nobody
back.
but him. But
That's
at the same
manning it up.
time,
So
and I still don't want nobody but him. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind Dylan and Igor, bro, are the only two players
I
in
tell
this
you.
draft
I still
right
haven't.
now, bro.
I
I
tell
still
you, them
haven't seen
guards are
Igor yet.
terror. They fire, man.
You
They
know
really
what I
Yeah,
good.
saw recently?
Dylan and Igor the men are gonna be players
But
They
Ego
that's gonna
supposed
be
to
built.
where he supposed to fall though? Top 10.
No, he's not gonna fall that far.
Igor is
He's gonna
probably
be
gonna
top
fall at
six.
5 or 6.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can get them.
I saw a
Top
So
recent
5.
mock. I saw a recent mock draft. They dropped Ace to like fourth. And I'm like,
See, so
damn.
hold on. That's what I'm saying. Like, what if we could get Igor and Derek Queen? Did we do right in the rebuild by getting those two
Yes.
players?
Yes.
Those are two very solid pieces, Breeze. You get
Yes.
bigger as a
if you
team. You
get
get better on defense and offense.
Yes.
That's great.
if you could get Igor and Derek Queen, that'd be cool. But at the same time, bro, like the thing about the bigs already in the draft, bro. Like, and I watched a little with Derek Queen, and I like somewhat of his output, bro. Like, I mean, it's a little bit unorthodox, bro, whatever, bro. I mean, but like his output is all right. Igor the man, I think if you get him, bro, like you are clear. That's somebody that's gonna have the ball in their hands. The same as Dylan. You know what I'm saying? So wherever Dylan go, wherever Igor go, they're gonna have the ball in their hands immediately. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
who's
that's what we need. We
who's
need that. And again,
Igor?
I'm heavy on these two picks because I feel like Jordi Fernandez, and y'all heard me say this. Then we gonna go to Easy. He just joined the panel. Um,
Easy.
is I think he sees the
What's
game
the
through a
word?
point guard's eyes, man. I think Jordi Fernandez sees the game through a point guard's eyes. I'm gonna
Yep.
continue to say that. And I think he wants to. I think he would take a point guard over a small forward.
Who's Igor's
But I
comp?
want us to. I want us to. I know we got all of these draft picks, but I want to see us get two strong picks. I don't care to get 6 picks. I don't.
Right.
I mean neither. But what I will say about Ace is that the only thing that's gonna help Ace become like the guy immediately is how well he works off the ball. And if he could work off the ball like in a scorer setting, bro, like immediately, bro, like to where he ranging about 18, 19 a game in his first year, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. Wherever he lands, bro, like the battery is gonna be put in his back, and the team is probably gonna flip just to build around him. So I'm looking forward to seeing Ace. Ace is probably the most talented, but Dylan and Igor is ready to have the ball in their hands right away. Everybody else is role players to me.
Well, his floor is
We're
Ace's
gonna see.
floor is like probably
I get
Brandon
one
Miller,
of them.
right?
Got to.
Yo,
Yeah.
hold on. I gotta close out soon, but I wanted to say shout to Easy. I was part of that panel earlier. Again, yo, Easy, just give us a quick commercial with what you be getting into, man. That No Snooze Button show is fire, bro.
Hey, you already,
Talk to
you,
us, bro.
hey, you already know. Real quick, yo, you already know. Tap into the greatest hood CNN show you will ever find. A show powered by the people for the people. You hear what I'm saying? We back from the hiatus, back with Avengers. Episode 100 just happened, and we going stronger. We on the way to 500. Tap in to my dog Big Ox Media channel. 10 o'clock Eastern, Mondays and Fridays. Because I'm only talking to New York right now, but we all over. We all over, baby.
Facts,
But
man. Facts.
but
That was
yo,
awesome.
but yo, real quick, I ain't come to talk about none of this shit. I came to say to my Brooklyn family, I fuck with y'all. We heavy. I don't give a fuck about no loss, my nigga. It's always been Brooklyn forever. I am Brooklyn.
Yes, what's up?
Brooklyn is me. Brooklyn forever. That's what I came to say, my nigga. I came for the love. I ain't come to fucking fight. I came to unite.
Pause.
Wow.
Pause. Yeah, I was gonna end the show, but I gotta make that a banner before I end the show. He said, I ain't come to fight, I came to unite. Go ahead, Easy. Can you continue to talk that shit? I'm gonna make a banner real quick.
No,
Hold on.
yo, I'm just been here like, yo, every time we've been pulling up to shows, yo, we've been fighting and talking and arguing about these players and situations that happen. Yo, it is what it is, my nigga. At the end of the day, it's in the hands of people that we don't even trust. So we gotta just sit back and let's see how they drop their cards on the table. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it is us against everybody. Remember that. So Brooklyn forever. Don't go against your blood. You hear what I'm telling you?
Yo, can I say something easy?
Go ahead.
Because this is a point of contention that now maybe Scott won't believe it, but this is a point of contention that I had with John. I said, you don't ever know how influential all of these different podcasts are. And so like when you are spitting what you're spitting, even if it's like Breezy and I disagree with something about him or he disagrees with something about Gary or Gary disagrees with something about you or Scott. The thing is, when I don't like it when we just say, well, Marx is gonna do what he's gonna do. What I'm saying is if they put it out there, and I'm talking about people like people that you know have his ear, you know, like what is it, net income and all those people. When they have his ear, I'm saying what you got to do is if you think it's a bad deal, you got to publicly say it's a bad deal. And what I've been getting on John about is he's like, well, you know, if he wants Giannis and blah blah. I'm like, no, you got to, as a fan, you got to stick up and say, no, we don't want to trade all our picks for Giannis. No, we don't want to trade all our picks for this person. And you got to
No,
say that.
but
And
but
say that.
LBL, I'm not
That's
saying
true. That's true.
LBL, I'm
I,
not saying silence your voice. I ain't saying put a zipper over
Oh
it.
no,
I
I'm
ain't
not
saying
saying
nothing close to that. I ain't saying nothing close to that.
but that's the point of
Yo,
contention
like I
that I've
said,
had with John is because even though because John is like me, he, you know, and it's different than Breezy because, you know, we all have our own points of how long we should tank or how long the tank is. And I'm telling them, yo, we got to do it for these 2 years. And now that might be like 50% of us think that, and 50% think, oh, nah, we could just have a great draft, and then turn it around quick. And I'm like, ain't shit happening turning it around quick. So what
nope.
I'm saying is, if you think that it's a good idea, I mean, whether you going on Breezy's side or you going on my side, but you got to state it publicly so that you're putting it out there so Marks knows, yo,
Right.
do this.
Right.
LBL, to add to that, I had told Dylan that the other day because he was on a panel and he do all the trades this and that. And I told him, I said, yo, listen, the way I vlog is more of what I want the Nets to do.
Yeah,
Obviously, they're going to do whatever they're going to do, but
exactly.
if especially if they didn't hear what Big Fan Breezy had to say about it, so you know what I mean. So I
Yeah,
just look at it like I feel like I'm important to the cause. I don't know if they think that I'm important to the cause, but
You
I
are.
definitely want the Brooklyn Nets to win. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yep.
So that's how I look at it. So I don't. I think my advantage as a content creator is not going off script. Not to say that these big medias on you know what I'm saying platforms is going off script, but I know for sure I'm not going off script. I'm
Right.
telling y'all what I feel. This is 100% authenticity of me. Sometimes I miss, sometimes I don't. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm not. But it's cool. But
Yeah.
you know, I live to be a fan another day. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
So
I mean, because
it's
I was telling John, I had dudes. John, who's that dude I just showed you that I
Billy
said,
Reinhardt, the one that
yeah,
blocked you.
Billy Reinhardt. He blocked me because I said, "Yo, you
Ain't that a
just like
reporter?
a you, Billy
Yeah,
Reinhardt.
he's a
Yeah,
reporter
Yeah.
for
you
baseball
just
and
like a
basketball.
yeah, yeah.
you
I know
just
you're
like
Hmm.
talking
because I
He
said,
blocked you,
yo,
LBO. What the fuck?
because you a
Yo,
shill for
send the
Sean.
link in
what
the chat
happened?
for
You a
that,
shill for
LBL.
Hold
Sean.
on. You right. I want to
Go
hear this.
ahead. Go ahead.
What happened, LBL?
I said because you a shill for Sean Marks. Whatever he say, you go and you run that same BS. You say, well, rumor has it that, and you know, you getting this little bit of like you letting Sean Marks use you to put out feelers to see how we feel. And I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do no work for him unless you got a net. Unless he paying you money, he might be.
It might be.
But what I'm saying is, I don't go for that shill stuff. That's what I'm
That's a
saying. I
nasty
used to do
business right
the
there,
same.
boy.
I used to do.
Yeah, it's a
There's
nasty
some
business.
nets. There's some nets people out there like that, where they have their sites or they have their thing. Now I'm not talking about the official nets, but there's also some other ones where all they do is repeat everything that they say. Well, it
Yep.
looks like the Nets. Golden State is number one, and Sean Marks is thinking. What Sean Marks is doing is he's putting them feelers out there, so you
To
know.
see which way to go.
And it's the same thing that he did to Cam Thomas.
Right. He
That's the
put that
same thing
out
he
there.
did. That's because
Yeah, I
ain't
smoked
no
that shit.
leaks out there.
Yep.
Ain't no leaks out there gonna have a
But here my
smart guy
question
like
though.
him. A
But
smart guy like
LBO,
him
That's why I
wouldn't
made
do
a
that.
video about it and said you better.
Exactly.
And I put my fist up in my face to show him I mean business. Stop
Yeah.
sitting up there trying to put Cam on the block to see what you can get.
but but
Exactly. That's
but
what
but
I'm
but
saying. And
Hold
then
on. Go
hold
ahead,
on.
but
easy.
the
We gonna go to
reports
easy to
that
PT.
yeah,
I'm not staying. I can't stay for long tonight. But we
a
gonna go to easy and
celebrity
PT right
reports
now. Go
that
ahead,
though.
easy.
You
Real
being a
real quick,
shill for him.
real quick. What is sparking this conversation though? Like, why is everybody focused on Nick Claxton right now? What's going on?
Oh, we done with that.
David's just
Yeah, we
basically
addressed that. We did that.
we were saying that he playing underwhelming, and then Sky was capping for him like, oh, you know, it's a bad season, and we was just like, so what? And
I
you
mean,
know what I mean? That's
All
pretty
right,
much
LBO.
that's the long and short of it or
You
whatever.
know
But
I like Nick. I
Okay,
do.
okay. LBO, what reports are you talking about right now that you're hearing about, and what feelers are you talking about? Like, who are the feelers? Like,
I'm saying like Billy Reinhardt, like what's the thing? What's the one that with the old dude with Bob Windrum? What's that one he runs?
Nets Daily
Nets Daily. Yeah, I'm
That's
saying they're
daily.
freaking.
and
It
Brian
might as well
Lewis
be
from
shout
the
to
called
Bob.
Post.
He
Seanmark.
pulled up
It might as
early.
well be called
Yeah, shout to him.
Seanmarks.com. That's what I'm trying to say.
Also, Brian Lewis as well. Shout out to him from the
And I'm
Post.
saying they just put the stuff out there and like they be so hungry and they like freaking feed they feed at his freaking knees. And that's what I'm saying. Instead of like now I know they could say, well, this and that, but they don't have anything. And then what's that other dude that said it was your guy, John, the guy that said, oh, and I said it's unsubstantiated. What does that
You talk
mean?
about Jerry. You talk about Jerry.
Jerry
That guy,
Side.
I
Jerry
Jerry
mean,
Side.
Sire.
When you
well,
see
you gotta
guys
admit though, LBL, they are beat reporters though. So
Yeah,
even
that's
though
what they do.
like I
not
hear what you're
everyone is a
saying
beat
though.
reporter though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And so what I'm saying
But you
is
got to call them out for what they do.
exactly that's what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying.
that's our job.
That's
But
what I
technically,
do.
right. No, but hold
That's
on.
why and that's why I'm
But
saying
technically, LBL. But technically, that's their job, and technically, it's our job. Like
they
to add to your point, LBL. Not to cut you off. When the first time I heard a trade, it was right after the cobblestone thing where they had a movie, for a documentary for Cam Thomas. It was the
Right.
very next day.
Yep.
So when I looked at it, I went and seen who he was. This dude was a somebody. He was like a beat writer for a bunch of different papers and articles and all of this and that. And he just did a lot of work. It wasn't just about him. He wasn't like solely a beat writer for New York City or the. And he just was in the mix and he would know. Nah, he was somebody that if it's news, they put it out and see, like you said, fillers. In my opinion. So I said that to say I went straight at him. I went on his page. I say, yo, I understand you doing your job, but the Nets fans ain't having it. Yada yada yada. So yeah, to an extent it's just the business of basketball.
But it was the same thing with what's the name? I'm sorry to hear now that he has cancer or whatever. But Woj, it was the same thing. Woj, all he did was use the money from ESPN to steamroll beat reporters and local reporters, and then he would get inside information. It's like and what's the name even talked about that? The black dude with the last name Haynes. I forgot his name. But he talked
Chris
about,
Haynes, I think.
yeah, Chris
Chris
Haynes.
Haynes.
And then El Amin also said, yo, players don't even like Woj. Most of the players hate him because all he does is go to GMs and he gets all the information from GMs and he works that against the players and then he gets what he wants. And that's what I'm saying.
How many times Woj been wrong then? They could get mad all they want. How many times you been wrong? That's the fucking
No, but what
formula
I'm
right
saying
there.
is, but no, but
No,
what
they
I'm
don't.
saying
They don't
is
like
it's
the fact that they.
manipulative. It's manipulative.
Well,
Go
here's a
ahead,
good. Well,
PT.
here's a,
Hold on. Let's go to
I'm,
PT because
I'm not.
I
I'm
gotta
not.
get ready to go. So go ahead, PT.
Real quick, PT.
Yeah,
I'm not
just,
gonna. I'm not gonna care about the. I don't care about getting it from the players because they stories switch up every time. The GM stay consistent, and I could hide their name. Meanwhile, the player gonna fucking out me. Hell no. Yes, go to the GMs, and you haven't been wrong. And he
well,
retired being undefeated, right?
nah, he's been wrong, but he's been wrong less than everybody else.
What
Yeah,
you
So,
gonna
because
do?
his information
well,
is
What
here's a
you
good.
correct.
what you
Well,
gonna
here's a
do
good question.
for the big shit? For the big
Was
shit?
Bernie Lee justified in the way he went at Shams for Shams exposing the Suns' connection to the Heat, or was he not justified? Because Shams said, "For my sources, I'm 1,000% right on this," and Bernie Lee said, you're wrong," and they had the no thing on. Do you think that Bernie was justified in attacking Shams for just reporting the news?
Shams did use his name, so he is justified for replying to that because you in the report he did say reports from Brian Lee. I think that's the agent name. So
Bernie Lee.
Bernie Lee, my fault. Excuse me, Bernie Lee. But if you're using his name in your report to report something and he thinks it might not be true, then he has all the right to say something about it. Now, what true and what's not, that's up for discussion.
Yeah, but so just like I
Right.
said,
It could be true.
but
but just like
y'all
I
gotta
said with what
understand.
Breezy
Y'all
said.
like,
No, right.
for
Hold
instance,
on. Let's
Let PT
go ahead,
go. Let
PT.
PT.
Yeah, go ahead, PT.
for instance, Billy Reinhardt is my friend. He's my friend, but he's more like the little homie because he's only 21 years old. Or 22, something like that. He's really really young. He just graduated from law school,
Yeah,
and but he does the work. Like when I was in Vegas last year, he was in Vegas when he was working for a sports agency at the time. Like dudes really be out here putting in the work
Facts.
to make their content, even though that's not even really what he does. He just used to write for Nets Daily. He's trying to be a sports agent and he just knows people. You know what I'm saying? It's like it a lot of times when something is written about your favorite player, you're not gonna look at it like this. There's people who eat off of reporting the information, and what you
Right.
got to look at really is because a lot of times, even me, like one of the reasons why I shut down Python, the podcast was players lackeys would DM me information because they knew I would go off on Twitter, and it was a manipulative thing, like where it was like they were trying to get you to put your angle, and sometimes it would set you like the team would be telling somebody else something different. The players would through their talking pieces would come and tell you something different, and then guess what? Now everybody
Misinformation.
has right now everybody has wrong information or just information skewed by by the person who's letting it out there. It's both sides, to be honest. Like
Yeah,
I
it's
got
negotiating. They
That's true.
negotiating.
Yeah,
They
that's
they
true.
they trying to manipulate the narrative in order to get their angle to get that contract. I get it.
to
Yeah, yeah,
I
but
get
or
it.
to get that
yeah,
trade
yep.
Right.
or to let the
Right.
rest of that's the
Right.
fastest way to let the rest of the league know, yo,
Right.
I got this player.
Right.
I want to
That's what
hear
they
some
do.
offers for it. It doesn't
They
mean
they
anything.
snitch on each other, basically.
And you're right
Say
to a
that.
certain
Say
extent.
that.
Nah, but
It's
you know
not.
what it, you know what it is. Oh, hold on. I just want to say, in business, these business practices is
It's
real. You
ruthless.
got, yeah, you know what I mean, because you got to realize when it put is put out there, now it's a bidding war. Maybe
Right.
Right.
maybe it's a quiet bidding war, and they're not going to do it over the media. But
Right.
when it's out there that this player is talking about leaving, and then it's supposed to be quote unquote hush hush, it's
Right.
because maybe the player wants it to be a bidding war.
Right.
Like,
His
damn,
agent put his
I'm
agent.
undecided where I want to go, but
And that's why
Right.
if they
Curry
pay
got
me
mad.
more, I'm gonna
Wait,
go over here
Right.
or there. You
real
know what I
quick,
mean?
real
Exactly.
real quick. Look at what we just outlined as a job for a GM, and that's just a little fraction of the job.
Yep.
Can we really criticize a GM that much if we just outline just a small portion of what happens
Nah,
in the
It
market?
depends on
No,
the
it's not
nah,
an
GM.
easy
nah.
job.
Hold on. I want to add to that because before you pulled up, LBL was saying something about Billy Reinhardt and just how I think he said something about Sean Marks. He was doing the work for Sean Marks, and to the point, the assistant GM, because Jeff Peterson, he was getting a lot of the credit for what Sean Marks was doing. The assistant GM, and I know this because I've seen this in an interview with Voice of the Nets with Chris Carino. He's the interview the host of the podcast. So he interviewed Jeff Peterson and he asked him what is a assistant GM duties. And Jeff Peterson told him, I'm the one that go out and I scout these players in college. So he's the one actually going to the game. See, Sean Marks, you'll see him at the Rucker game because that's his backyard. But these other, I don't know, players that we may be scouting, maybe Cam Thomas at LSU or Damon Sharp in North Carolina or Clowney or wherever school he came from, bro, they was sending the assistant GM out there to go follow the games, watch the games, and all of that. That's real. You feel what I'm saying? So it's easier said than done. I'll say that. Easier said than done. But look, I want y'all to take a look at Dolisa Muthri comment. She said, "I was snagged Dink Pate in the second round." Uh, she said she another one. She mentioned Jeremiah Fears. Iceman was up here talking about him.
It's
She
so
said,
funny how she says second round, like the nigga gonna make it to the second round.
"You don't think he do? You don't think Dink Pate?"
A lot of people are talking about Dink Pate, so I mean,
Not a lot of scouts are giving Dink Pate a lot of credit for what he's doing. He's actually doing pretty decent right now, but he's like one of those underrated draft prospects, and nobody's
but
really looking
but
at that can
but
surprise
John,
people.
but John, look what we just talked about, right? So there could be a game within the game right there in itself,
Hmm.
right? Possibly,
Right.
right?
Hmm.
So the scouts could be putting out these reports because other scouts could be watching their reports and try to take their knowledge from what they reported. So they could be
Right.
putting out some bullshit, but they probably know what the real is. Just like when they have a player in house and they trade them, like, oh, why did he trade that good player? Then like
Easy.
1 or 2 year times that player break down or like something
Easy.
happened, you're like, oh,
Parents and
oh.
agents pay to get on these boards. Like half these draft boards, you can't trust them. That's why I only look at Givney because he's so rich, nobody could really bribe him. ESPN gave him 61 million. Um, for him and NBA Draft Net or whatever, not NBA Draft Net, one of the ones that he owned, and and these dudes, man, like it's not personal.
Right,
Agents manipulate them.
right.
Front offices manipulate them. Like last year, like
Mm-hmm.
when Woj was around, you knew when Sean Marks was saying something, and Woj wasn't always right, but that's what Sean Marks' view of the world was at the time. And
Exactly,
sometimes
exactly.
Yeah,
we look at him like he did something, but really, what it was either Sean Marks didn't really know, or Sean Marks told him a lie, and he reported it.
yeah,
He probably paid for that access. Now there's people who's alleging that there was some payola going there, but like I don't mind if it's his own money, and and he's trying to get ahead. This is a capitalist society. This is the way this shit works.
yeah. Hold on. I'm finna end the show, but I wanted to ask this before I did. How much do y'all think they listen to the fans? the front office, the Brooklyn Nets front office, are they tapped into these podcasts
Yes.
before they make a move? Are they listening to Big Fan Breezy? Like, yo,
What do you mean
I'm
by
not
listen?
saying like as in they hear others of the podcasters that's actually out here. Like me, I feel like live streamers like me and BK and Wild Hoops, we get a lot of fans that's pretty much opinionated. They're not just in the chat, they joining the panel and they saying their opinion on the panel. Before me and BK and Wild Hoops was doing this, it was just more of a panel and then a chat with Nets Kingdom and et cetera and so on. So I'm saying that to say the fan base is growing because of all of us, not just in one or two content creators, all of us. And I'm saying, and I think part of their job is to be tapped in with to the fans. Like they
Yeah.
should have like a fan team. Like, yo,
I'll
what the
say
fans talking about? Like I
No,
think they should have it something like that.
Breezy, as
I'll,
someone who's met with the Nets organization and on the ticketing side of things and on a business level, I can tell you for a fact that they told me they listen to us.
Yes, they
And
so
do.
some of
That's
the
so
real.
Shit, they
and
call me
exactly.
to sell me tickets.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, there
It's
you
true.
go.
And those used to be back in the day, the ones who used to sell the tickets, the ones who would call you and sell the tickets, they would tell you gossip. They
hmm
really would to get you interested in into buying the seats. And
Yeah.
but any business would do that, right?
Yeah.
Any business, if you could
hmm
get customer feedback,
hmm
Yep.
that's
You're a
that's
customer.
gold. You know
You're
what
a
I'm saying?
customer.
Yeah,
That
that's true. That's
You're a
true.
customer.
Real quick, PT, real quick, Breeze, the same way how PT saying it. So somebody, it don't have to be Shaw Marks himself, even though it could possibly be, but just somebody in the organization is just listening to us, and
Yeah.
that word is going to travel. Yo, so let's just say they in a room, right? Not even like a business room, just a room, and they just talking about casual shit. And one of the people that listen to us is in the conversation. Oh, I wonder how people gonna feel about such and such. Well, I'll listen to a few podcasters here and there, and they're not even liking this move right here. Now, it doesn't have to be
That's
directly
real.
big fan breezy with the Brooklyn Nets that they're gonna say,
It could be a
but they
Yeah.
collective.
have you in your mind when they bring up that statement.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean, that's what I want, and that's what I care about, and know this, and I'll end the show saying this. I think that podcasters and content creators impacted it so much that it put ESPN on a hot seat, or all of these big sport media platforms on a hot seat, because a lot of the, I won't say they reading the script. I'm not going to say that. But what I will say is they don't always speak for the fans. They don't always do that. And especially teams or fan bases like the Nets, who don't have a big personality to represent us, kind of like a Stephen A does for the Knicks. It's still it's different. So we mean that much more, in my opinion, to the franchise. We don't got a lot of national games. They should be tapped in. They should be rocking with us. They should be subscribed to the channel. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the Brooklyn Nets, man. And again, I'm glad they moved from Jersey to Brooklyn. I don't even know if I would be podcasting if they never did. So I got love for the Brooklyn Nets. I'm serious. Um, Shout out to y'all. I will continue, but I gotta be up early. Shout out to Scott. Shout out to PT. Shout out to LBL for Life One. Shout out to everything Brooklyn Nets. John. Shout out to Leaf. Shout out to everybody that on the panel tonight. Shout out to the chat. I'm saying, thank you,
Got a show
thank
tomorrow.
you, thank you very much, thank
Thank
you
you
very
very
much,
much.
thank you very much for pulling up. Hit the like button and thank you again. Now I don't really like losing. I was trying to be funny, man. I was trying to be funny. But yeah, man, we gonna be back on more content really soon. Thank y'all for tuning in. Good night.
Good night.